welcome in. We're back. The final day, unfortunately. Oh, it's sad to see us end the stream so quickly, but I'll try to do a slightly long one tonight. Things are looking up. Things are looking good so far. I am excited. Oh, we'll drop the cable. Get yourself nice and cozy. I hope everyone's doing great. Happy Tuesday, is it? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome in, Reva and Psycho. Thanks for the look, buddy. Oh boy.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello to you and hello to everybody else. So let us just jump right in into Car Mechanic Simulator. And this time I'm actually gonna change the damn screen. Thank you for not telling me. Yes, last night I was streaming in small picture mode the entire time on our Just Chatting screen. I appreciate it. It was an embarrassing thing that I've never done. Then again, it's my first time streaming on my laptop, so all is forgiven. Well, I have the game with me. Game's opened up, so let's just jump right in, shall we? Everything is looking good. Everything's looking great. So let's just catch up and see what else we can do. And today specifically, we've got something interesting going on. Because I did play off stream for a little bit, and we got our first project car. I managed to buy a scrap car. I'll show you what it's all about. I'm pretty excited to start working on it and also just work on a bunch of other cars as well. All in all, good stuff. Very good stuff indeed. I'm just happy. I'm just really happy with it. And well, let's just go. Let's just jump right in. All right, okay. I actually changed the screen for once. Right? That's good. My camera angle is looking weird because I don't usually look straight into the camera or my laptop. I'm looking off to the side onto my monitor or my screen. So I am kind of getting used to this. It would be a bit more comfortable for me if I had like a webcam or a camera of sorts, put it there, and I would just, personally for me that would be a lot more comfortable. But then again, semantics. There we go. Um, I hope the game audio is audible and it's at a good enough volume. Anyway, that being said, Patrick Bumbleman, first day at a workshop. Let's just hop right in. Let's just get to it. Let's just get it. Right, I've got me chat on me phone. Let's go. There we go. Brilliant. Righto, I got that on one side. Right. I made a few changes to the game. I turned down the graphics settings because, well, I wanted it to be smoother. Oh, what is wrong with my mouse? It's fine. It's fine. My mouse is fine. Right, so we got an old car here that doesn't have much. I only have to change the oil. Simple enough job. And we got this thick boy here. As you can see, I literally took apart the entire engine. But what we're gonna do actually is this car has a lot of problems. I mean, straight up, as you can see. Yeah, all of that. We gotta fix all of that and all of that and all of that. And yeah, all that. Running gear. Now, I don't know what exactly the running gear is, but I have a feeling it's the suspension. Eh? I have a feeling it's gonna be the suspension. I am gonna take apart the battery real quick just to see if it's even okay. The battery is fine. Battery is fine. Battery is fine. There is a single piston in there that I haven't not removed. Ooh. Speaking of cars, my project car. Look at that. I've got my Bolt Cape supercharged, which I can't show you because my garage is full. But hold on, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. I can't. Oh, I can repair a bunch of stuff. Okay. Okay, but it's not wise for me to repair these right now because my repairing odds is almost 50-50. So I don't think it's an entirely good idea. I also turned off the motion blur, so it kind of looks smoother, for me at least. Right, so this is a V8 engine block. There we go. I forgot to remove one last rod cap for that piston to come off. While we're down here, let me just do a quick inspection of the suspension. Now, oh yeah, I can already see that this thing is just busted. Oh yeah, I can clearly see that it's busted. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is gone. That is gone. Okay, okay. Okay. So a lot of these things are like straight up just gone. We will have to sort of examine them one by one to see what the problem is. Yeah, I know the coil is gone. I know the coil is gone. The coil's just gone. Gotta check every single little item just in case, you know. How about the suspension arm? How about that? Okay, so I believe this is the running gear. As for the bushings and stuff, I can't exactly examine those. Right, as you can see, the crankshaft is bust. I don't know if I can say the same about the engine itself. Yeah, as you can see, we've got a bunch of busted up parts in here. Running gear and so on and so forth. I can't examine the steering rack, unfortunately. Steering rack doesn't seem to have any problems. The rear drive shaft doesn't seem to have any problems. What about the leaf? Oh yeah, the leaf suspension. The rear leaf suspension is gone. The leaf bracket at least. I can't examine that, unfortunately. I'm just going to examine everything because I can. So it's just what it tells me, but I still need to kind of figure out what else, right? The ones that are on the test path, I can't exactly test it out now. In case you haven't noticed, I took apart the entire engine. So I can't do that. So we're going to have to get nifty here. I believe this is just a regular kind of brake. Isn't it? Oh yeah, it is just a regular brake. There's that. What about the pad? Okay, brakes seem to be fine. How about the disc? I don't think there's anything else that is to be concerned with. Yeah, I'm being very meticulous with this one, with this car in particular. So we do know that there is a bunch of busted parts. Oh, my bad. Let us see actually if there we go. Right, so I was right. So these are all suspension related things. Suspension rattling, a leaf spring U bolt, and there's a single part that is not discovered. I'm guessing it's one of the suspension. Oh, there we go. Running gear. Okay, so the running gear is, I'm guessing, the suspension. And I'm gonna bet, a safe bet is just gonna be that all of these problems are just gonna be the bushings, all those rubber bushings. So we're good to go for that. Now let us put the damn engine back together. Oil filter V8, change oil. All right, so we gotta get these two first, and then I'm gonna put it on the test track actually, and actually see if I can figure out what else is the problem, and we can actually tell and figure out which exactly of the rubber bushings that are problematic. But first things first, we gotta put the engine back together. And right now we need to put the pistons back together. Can I actually like take the engine out? Oh right, I gotta take out the crankshaft. We're not done. We're not done. So this is kind of like a Rolls Royce looking thing. Looks very nice. However, there we go. Gotta remove that piston. To remove the engine block, we gotta remove the crankshaft. And to remove the crankshaft, I gotta raise the car back again. Oh boy. And then I gotta lower it again. There we go. Remove the crankshaft. Oh, the crankshaft is busted. That is gone. A quick check of my inventory and... Oh boy. Oh yeah, like these 1%, 10% things, they're just gone. We got fan 1, fan 2. Okay. I'm guessing those don't need a replacement. There are just some things that do need a replacement and some things that don't. 50%. Anything that isn't 50% and below, we can continue to use. But anything that's below 50% does need a change. Alright, so I think this spark plug is still kind of fine, I suppose. But these belts aren't, so we can't use those. I've got a new fuel filter and oil filter. We just gotta pop those on. No comprendo. And oh, holy Jesus. Okay, so yeah, look at that. Okay, like I know which pistons are faulty. The steering rack actually does look very busted. The steering rack does look very busted. I'm gonna take that out, and in the meantime, I'm gonna buy some new parts. Can I remove the steering rack real quick? Oh! I gotta remove the tie rods. I want to do that. I need to. Okay. All right. Might as well. But hang on. Since I am gonna put it on the track anyway. I guess I don't have to put it back in. I don't have to put it back in. Okay, right now let's put the engine back in. All right. Fuel rail DI piston with conrod. A couple pistons, 3 pistons with conrod. Right. 3 pistons. 3 pistons, a fuel rail DI. 3 piston. Piston. Where have I a piston? Oh my god. Oh, I can just. There we go. 3 piston. And then the fuel rail DI. Fuel rail DI. There we go. Okay, we've got. I'm gonna check the list and go in order. Crankshaft and intake manifold for a V8. Crankshaft and intake manifold for a V8. Crankshaft for V8 and intake manifold for a V8 as well. There we go. And I believe a radiator A is what we need. Looking good so far. There we go. Radiator A. Crankshaft pulley and starter for the V8. Crankshaft pulley and starter. Not rank. Crankshaft pulley and starter for V8. Starter. V8 starter, and I believe an ignition. Okay, I forgot which it was. I didn't see which ignition coil. Okay, it's the one that covers the spark plug. All right, gotcha. Ignition coil. There we go. Okay, so we got the engine parts. Gee, thanks for the look, buddy. I'm looking on your stream. Hope you're having fun with the Last of Us multiplayer. You seem to be having a good time. I can't judge, honestly. Alright, engine parts is settled. Now the timing parts. Water pump, timing belt. Alright, water pump and the pump pulley and a couple timing belts. Water pump pulley and a timing belt. Water pump and a pump pulley For V8, water pump, pump pulley, and a timing belt. A couple of V8 timing belt. I hope I got the right thing. Yeah, timing belt. What about pulley? Water pump, belt tensioner. Belt tensioner. All right. Belt tensioner. That should be right. That one right there. Okay. Now I believe we can put the engine together. Put the engine, change the oil filter and the fuel filter. Now, real quick, right? We do have an entire engine block on here. I do want to replace it. I want to replace it so bad. There we go. At 52%, a V8 engine block. If I just go for block, right? A V8 engine block. How much is a V8 engine block on me? It's the most expensive thing. All right, so there's no way in hell I'm gonna waste my money trying to fix my dude's engine block. Put a new fuel filter, even though it's just hovering there. It's not my problem apparently. Pop that power steering pump in. Put the crankshaft, which I apparently can't. The alternator should be fine. Screw in what I can right at the moment. While the car's still at the bottom here. There we go. Alright, I think that is it. We do have to lower the car and then raise it back again. I mean, raise the car and then lower it back again because we got to put the crankshaft in. I don't want to put the thing on the thing. I'm going to finish the engine first so we can put it on the test track. There we go. Put the crankshaft. Brand new crankshaft. Shiny crankshaft. There we go. So we can't put any of these in. We got to lower it and raise it again and then lower it again once more because we got to put all the pistons in. Now, there we go. Piston with conrod. Put a new one. Another piston with a conrod. New piston. V8, which means there are 4 pistons. I'm gonna mix it up with old and new pistons in between, just because I can. Plop an engine head while I'm at it, while I'm over here, while I'm working on this side. I believe I could just like there. I can just put everything all together. The exhaust manifold. That's a lot of screws. I guess I'll just finish working on one side. You're not supposed to. This isn't proper practice, honestly. It's not the right thing to do. There we go. A new timing belt. I see the crankshaft. Oh boy, why is it so finicky? The camera controls. There we go. Put one new piston with conrod in there. All right, these pistons should be fine. Yeah, that piston is burnt black. It doesn't look great, but again, it's not my problem. Customer didn't pay, so I do not need to bother. It's more than 50%, so I'm good with that, honestly. Parts go places where it ought not go. Exactly. 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's not. Next thing you know, your car go bing bang boom. That's not my fault. Don't blame me. Not my fault at all. How's the day been, Ned? How are you? Hit gasket wear? Hit gasket wear? Not my problem. I know that Ned, from my minimal knowledge about how cars are put together, I don't know everything, but I do know that this game is kind of glossing over several things. Like this in particular, right? This whole engine putting it together and all that. I do know that there are lots of extra components that are simply kind of looked over. As like the head gasket, like there are a lot of individual components, but when you remove it, it removes it as a whole. So there's nothing much I can do about that. I guess it's just to keep the game simple, which I don't mind, honestly. I guess it's a good thing. As a game, it's a good thing they did keep it simple. But also, it is for those who want a more realistic experience, I'd say. Oh, what is up with this one? Why is this black? Why is that red and why is this one black? Is that supposed to be that way? I a bit sick. Work too hard. Oh dear. Don't see some of it. It's breaking my head. Yeah, I know. I mean, I swear I know that there are things that go in certain places, but I don't see them. And I'm like, wait, am I even doing this right? Is the game even? Yeah, the game is right, but I mean, it's there, but the game just doesn't let you interact with it. That's all I'll say. The game doesn't let you interact with it. The game is trying to keep it to a minimum. As if opening an entire engine isn't complicated enough. I mean, please. This is very much complicated already. I think it's at a appropriate enough level of complication where I believe it's manageable for a beginner, for someone who doesn't know about cars and just wants to get into it. The casual Twitch streamer, I'd say. I need to talk to spec. Talk to spec. Exactly. I need to make sure the bolts that I'm bolting on are to the correct pressure. Because that's an important thing. Realism. Like I need to know the exact psi of pressure that is going to these bolts so that the parts actually stay together and not fall apart while the engine is running. You get what I'm saying? That is an actual thing. Like actual mechanics do that, right? Like I've seen car documentaries. That's how they do it. I've seen National Geographic. I know how they put together cars. Right, I gotta put the ignition caps on. Internal screaming. Yeah, I wasn't too pleased when I noticed that either the first time. But I guess I was like, whatever, not my concern. It's complicated enough. While at the same time, I kind of secretly wished it was like fully realistic. That way, you could say that I would like actually learn about every single part of the car and how they work. There's another game called My Summer Car. I think that game takes a much more realistic approach to it. I would like to try that game one day. But that aside, and now I believe I put the engine together. Now it should work. Is the starter on? Okay, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's not gonna work. I have to put the flywheel and the entire gearbox in. Ignition coils are garbage. They have to be replaced. Exactly. But then again, the customer isn't paying, so it's none of my concern. That's all I gotta say. It's not my concern because the customer says it's okay. I guess the customers are the kind of people who, as long as it drives, I'm gonna keep driving it. So don't replace it, even though it looks like it's gonna fall apart to pieces. Don't, just don't. Don't. I didn't ask you to, and so you shall not touch it because I don't have. I more like don't want to pay for it. Typical Asian auntie haggling at the car mechanic store. Oh man, Nat, I hope you feel better soon though. That's terrible. But I hope you can stick around for a while though, because tonight's the last stream we're doing this. And I really want to enjoy. And speaking of which, Nat, I actually got a new project car. I did kind of rummage around off stream. I fixed like a car or two. And we do have, look at that, a Bolt Cape Supercharged. It's a supercharged car that I got for like $15,000. It's scrapped to pieces. It's got 500 horsepower, more than 500 horsepower, lots of horses. But crucially, It's got power and it's a muscle car. It's a supercharged muscle car. It's my first ever project car. Once these two cars are gone, I'm gonna bring it into the garage so I can like, actually show you. But also I want to expand my garage first so I can actually put more than two cars in my garage. So I can just have my project car sitting there and also work on customer cars while I'm at it. Now, can I move the car? Cannot start engine. What do you mean? Oh, starter. Okay, okay, there we go. I knew something was missing. Um, question though, where is the starter? Uh, oh, there it is. Under the car. Okay, god damn it. Oh, while we're at it, I'm just gonna pour some oil in there while I'm here. No oil pan. Oh, my bad. Battery cable. Oh boy. I know. I mean, Nat, I said it since day one. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. Let me just go to overview mode. Oh, look at that. I fuel tank is all the way back there. I don't see anything connecting the fuel tank to the intake to the ignition. I don't see any wires. I don't see any electronic components. And I know for a fact that there are a gazillion electronic components on a car, and I have not seen a single wire. The only wire I've seen is like the ignition wire on old cars because they actually use like wires to connect it to the spark plugs from the battery, from the ignition. This one doesn't. This doesn't, and it's whack. And I don't know. I hate it. Oh my god! I here I was about to start the car, and I haven't even. I haven't even put the underside of the. I haven't even locked the pistons in place. Oh dear, that would have been bad. That was bad. All right, a V8. All right, so that means there's two pistons on each crank, I believe. Each portion of the crankshaft, and there's a couple of rod caps, and then there's a bolt to lock it into place. Righto. This is garbage. Where the harness? I don't know. I don't know. Not my problem. Not my problem. Crank journal is the term. Crank journal. Crank journal. Crankshaft bearing cap. There we go. So like I'm aware how these components work, right? Because I haven't seen an engine in real life, but I am aware that these parts go into place to actually put the engine together. Piston go wow wow wow. Crankshaft go grrr. That drives the wheels. Ignore my weird ass sound effects, but yeah. Okay, we got the starter. I actually put together the engine this time. Let's pour some oil in there and get it started into the test bench. Test bench, test track, test path, and see what's wrong with suspension. This car still has a lot to. We've still got a lot of work to do. Also, oh, I accidentally hit a button. Whoops. There we go. Filters are done. Engine is fun. Fun? Yeah, filters are done. Engine is fun. I want to burn my eyes in the sun. There we go. Suspension. I have a good feeling that these are all just the rubber bushings. Yeah, we figured out pretty much everything except the rubber bushings. That's pretty much all we need to do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move it to the path. The car should finally start. While that car's there, I actually want to just get rid of this car very quick. Lube. Pour it until it overflows. That's what I used to do, but then I figured when you hold it, after a while it automatically tips down, and that's the indicator that it's okay. What am I gonna do again? Oil filter. I gotta raise you. Up you go. Up and away. You raise me up. Okay, I gotta drain the oil. Right? Always important. Remember to drain oil. We made that mistake one time. Not gonna make that mistake again. There's the oil filter. Pop a new one on there. There we go. Kindly piss off, sir. You retreat. Look at these white walls. They look hella fantastic. Oil into engine. I mean, here we go. Glug glug glug. Drink up. Drinky drinky. Right, there we go. So if it tips down by itself, that means we're done. And that should be it. That was the cheapest job I've ever had. Alright, I actually want to inspect our project car real quick. It should... Ooh, where is it? Oh, there it is! Look at that, Nat, this is our project car. Look at that! Look at that! It is missing a bonnet. But we're gonna ignore that. Yeah, the suspension is just... Yeah. Yeah, so everything's just busted. It is the V8 from what I can tell. So it's a V8, it's 500 horsepower. There you can see. 517 horsepower, V8 2 carburetor, supercharged, 972 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, Newton meters of torque. It is very, very fast, very powerful. A lot of things are broken. I doubt this car even starts, but yeah, the goal is to restore this car to brand new. Right? It's not the best muscle car, but it's the one I've got for a budget. It almost looks like a Chevy Nova SS. Am I right? It does resemble a Chevy Nova. No bodies in the trunk. Good to know. Yeah, and the Chevy Nova is actually a not half bad muscle car back in the early 60s. It does have rear seats for the children or people with no legs, I guess. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So, buddy, let's put it back into the parking. We need a body in that trunk. Exactly. Now, time to actually see if all the engine work we did on the car actually works. Okay, look at that. It does. There we go. Good to know that it actually does work now. Alright, the front brakes are... Okay, the brakes are not the problem. It's a suspension. We're testing this just to see the suspension, not the brakes. And like again, I have a suspicion that it's going to be the bushing. So it's... We do have to take apart all four wheels and work on the suspension. There is quite a lot of work to do. There we go. Front suspension, rear suspension, completely busted. There we go. Less than 50% is what we're looking for. And less than 50% is what we got. Delightful. I was gonna move the car back to the lifter. I wish there were V12s, but I don't think there are V12s in this game, Nat. Unfortunately, I know there are in the new game. Look at that. There's only 3-cylinder, 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders, flat six, V6. We got V8. We got a different kind of V8, and we got also V8. Yeah, V8s are all we got. We don't have anything else, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. So now the thing is, I could just buy like straight up brand new parts from here and put it on to my project car. But thing is, brand new parts like that are expensive. Like I have 10,000. An engine block on its own is already like 3,500, which is almost half of what we have. Needless to say, it's going to be a lot. Right, so this blue order here, this blue order is actually like it progresses the story mode, the campaign of sorts. So we need to do this car. We need to do this car. All right. Just a quick inspection. All right, we're done with the trickiest part, the engine, the timing, suspension. There we go. Still a part not discovered. Don't know what that's all about. There we go. So there are still a couple parts that aren't discovered. Three parts that aren't discovered, but I was right. There are a bunch of rubber bushings that are not accounted for. Leaf spring U-bolt. Leaf spring U-bolt. How many leaf spring U-bolts do I need exactly? I'm just gonna raise the car up. I am starting to doze off. Would you like some music? What music would you like then? What music would you like? What are these even? No. What is this? Are these music copyrighted? I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, I forgot what I needed, so I'm just gonna pour. Right. I think it's safe to just inspect everything we have. But before that, I gotta sell everything that isn't ours. Oh, why do I have a power steering pump? Alright, I think I'm just gonna sell everything that is 65% and below. Wait, hold up. Why do I have a supercharger? Oh, that is okay. That was supposed to be mine. Okay, this supercharger, I bought that supercharger. The power steering pump. Alright, anything that's 65 and under is going bye-bye. 65 and under, bye-bye. There we go, makes my life easier. We got a couple of cases. Let's see what loot boxes we got. Give me something good. We got a couple of barn finds, okay. Got a level 3 radiator fan housing fan. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff that I can use to build up an old classic car, which I do want. There are no modern sports cars in this, which is a bit of a shame. Intake manifold, 2 carburetor, air filter, ROT A, gearbox, i4, rear wheel drive. Okay. +5. So these are like the best of the best. I've got like only 3 +5 items, and 2 of them are like actually good. I have way too many barn finds. Like, give me a break. I have too many barn finds, man. Too many barn finds. Alright, step 1, remove all tire. I have a feeling we gotta get rid of the steering rack. The steering rack is gonna be one of them. Wheel hubcap, remove wheel bearing. Is there no drive shaft? Oh, it's a rear wheel drive car. Silly me. It doesn't need that. Okay. Get rid of the tie rod. Get rid of that. Quick peek into the examine mode should reveal what we need. Yeah, so we do need to remove that. We do need to remove this. Right, to remove the knuckle cover, we need to remove the wheel cap. To remove that, we need to remove the brake disc. Oh boy. Okay, to remove that, I do have to remove everything. Alright. Thank you, game. Thank you for making my life so much harder. But I don't want to just like get everything and then put everything back together, you know? I think it's easier. Working one at a time is just a bit troublesome, I believe. Oh, forgot sway bar front end link. got to remove that. Is the shock absorber all right? I don't think so. Oh yeah, the front sway bar looks completely busted. Remove those rubber bushings while I'm at it. Oh yeah, those bushies are completely busted. I think I have a new game that I'm just gonna play on the regular. It's gonna be this. The hunt for the project car is real. Like, you all have no idea. It's somewhat addictive. Like, you start playing, you just wanna. It's also, for me personally, it's a learning thing. Like, I really wanna learn about it. Rubber bushing, low suspension arm. There we go. Those are all busted. I really believe the steering rack is also just busted. Yes, it is. So the steering rack was also one of the problems. Rubber bushing, the sway bar front end link, that's fine. The shock absorber, that shock absorber, I don't know the condition of that, but this front sway bar is also busted. Another bushing here. Alright, this bushing is fine. This bushing is fine. Front suspension cross member. Okay, that is actually fine. So I'm actually gotta put that back because that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Righto. Okay, we got a full list. Oh, look at that. We figured out everything. Okay, so now that we have everything, I think we should start working on the front first. Or should I just go ahead and like take apart the rear as well while I'm at it? Yeah, we're just gonna take apart the rear. But I have to see how much I gotta take apart. Oh, it's just the leaf springs. So I just have to remove those. It's nothing much. Oh, leaf spring plate goes off. Right, no problem with bushing here. That's all fine. Oh yeah, that is busted. That needs to come off. The U-bolt, that one comes off. Right, so leaf springs, in case you're wondering, is not like a regular suspension. A leaf spring, as you can see, you have that arm there. Actually, this isn't really a leaf spring. It's just it is technically a regular spring. I don't know why they call it a leaf spring. A leaf spring has like a bunch of plates of metal together that kind of bend downward to kind of compress. It doesn't compress or expand, but it just slides again. There's like a bunch of layers of metal, and as it expands, it just kind of slides in and out, to as the car is bumping up and down. That's leaf suspension. Commonly used in a bunch of old cars, like really old cars, and 4x4s. Yeah, a lot of 4x4s have that. Okay, so that is all fine. Okay, so we have gotten every problematic part out of the thing. All right. Thankfully, don't have to remove that part. I think I don't even have to remove this wheel either. I just have to, but I'm gonna keep it just for fun, just for fun. All right, we gotta work on the front. What do we need? What are we working on? Leaf spring U-bolt, right? 4 leaf spring U-bolts, a leaf spring plate, leaf spring U-bolt, a leaf spring plate, Rear shock absorber B, rear shock absorber cap. Rear shock absorber B and a rear shock absorber cap. A leaf spring U-bolt, 4 of those for each side, and a single one of those. There you go. You see this thing? This is an actual leaf spring. You see those sort of plates sort of together? Those plates kind of slide in and out, and it's just hanging from both sides of the chassis. And that's how it kind of mimics what a spring does, but less effectively. Which is why modern cars just prefer to use springs. I mean, it is straight up just better if you use springs. Springs just have a lot more range of motion, and they are a lot more stable, and they are more effective in maintaining compressing and decompressing forces on the car. You generally would want that. Inner tie rod and a steering rack. All right. Inner tie rod and a steering rack. If I would just go for rack, it should show up. There we go. Inner tie rod. Inner tie rod. But I'm pretty sure we need an outer tie rod too. Can't just be that. Yep, there we go. All of these. So one at a time. Oh boy, that's a long list. Let's go one at a time. One at a time. Let's see what we need. We need a sway bar front end link A. Sway bar front end link A. Front steering knuckle A. Sway bar front end link A. Front end knuckle A. Is it a front steering knuckle A? Sway bar front end link A. Okay, whatever I just bought, it better be a front steering knuckle. Front steering knuckle A. There we go. Oh, I need another front steering knuckle A. And a front shock absorber A. Front shock absorber A, another front steering knuckle A. Okay. Front steering knuckle A and a front shock absorber A. Front shock absorber A. There we go. Beautiful. Now it's just for the parts that don't have A, B, or any kind of specific stuff to them. First things first, let's see the rubber bushing. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3. 3 rubber bushings. 3 rubber bushings. 3 rubber bushings. 3 rubber bushings, tie rods. Okay. 3 rubber bushings and tie rods. 3 of those. And couple of these and a couple of those. Couple of these, couple of that. Alright. We're doing good so far. This is one of the longest builds we've had. Just because we literally had to work on everything. Everything that isn't the brakes. For whatever reason. Okay, we got all that. We got all that. Front steering knuckle A. Front wheel hub. Front wheel hub. Wheel hub bearing. Front spring. Front wheel hub bearing. Alright. Front wheel. If I just go wheel. Front wheel hub. There we go. And wheel hub bearing. Lovely. Got those. Front spring. Lower suspension arm. Front spring. Front spring. There we go. And lower suspension arm. And I also remember we need a steering. Oh no, just gotta put rack and it shows up. There we go. Steering rack, one of those. Front sway bar. Front sway bar and a lower suspension arm. front sway bar and a lower suspension arm. There we go. Front sway bar and a lower suspension arm. Boom. We have all we need to put everything back together. At least I hope. Let's start from the back. Let's start from the back and put stuff together, shall we? What's missing? The leaf spring plate. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the old one back in because I couldn't be more bothered. The U-bolts, those need to be new. It's not a leaf spring. Why do they call it a leaf spring when it clearly is not a leaf spring? That's just regular suspension. The brakes are busted too. I wish I could be putting this much attention to my actual car if I had one, you know. Put the leaf spring plate on. The U-bolt. There's one. And there's two. I mean, these just look flimsy. I mean, straight up. A new shock absorber cap, and that's it for the rear end. The back end is done. Like, done. There we go. One list is gone. Steering rack and the inner tire. Okay, so we gotta work now on the front of it. Let's just pop whatever we can while we're at it. Steering rack. I think I accidentally might have bought an extra steering rack for no reason, but we'll keep it. That's all right. We'll keep it. We'll keep the thing. Front steering knuckle A. Another front steering knuckle A. Front shock absorber A. Front shock absorber A. Oh, one of these is busted. I need to change it. Okay. There we go. Front shock absorber A. Okay, I guess that means we can fix one side first then. Yeah, this one can be fixed, so it shall be fixed. Oh, don't forget the bushings. There's one. There's two. That's the Swabafela. The sway bar link. The low suspension arm. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop. There we go. Put the front axle cover. The wheel hub. The wheel hub bearing. The brake disc. Hubcap. Brake pad. Caliper. And finally the wheel. I didn't miss anything, right? Yep, I missed something. Of course I missed something. Okay, now I didn't miss anything, right? Okay, there we go. I know I missed something. Why do I always miss something? Okay, that's one side of the wheel done. We gotta put together that though. New one, and that one. Okay. Meanwhile, I think I can sell everything that is 60%. And oh no, we haven't put together the part yet. Ooh, that would have been bad. We haven't put it together. It's not good. I would have sold the stuff that I otherwise would have needed. There we go. That suspension is brand new. The Swafela goes in. Pop a low suspension arm with a couple of bushies. Speaking of bushies, I think, yeah, there we need a bushy there. And a bushy on the other side too. The outer tie rod. You know, we're at the point where I'm doing enough of these repairs that I can sort of start to remember what the names of all these parts are. So it's kind of, it's effective. It's good for me. It's also a learning point for me, I'd say. Have I put in the wheel hub bearing? There we go. I haven't. See? And the wheel hub cap. Pop the pads, caliper, pop. That goes in. Put the rim, and that should be it. We did put oil in the engine, right? Oh yeah, we did, because we already had it running. That should be it. That's all of it. Boom. 17,000. Oh boy, yeah, that was worth it. Okay, that was worth it. Look at that. I'm back up to 25k. Okay, this car is just missing a bumper. I feel bad for whoever has this car. First things first, what is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're gonna have to mouse. No oil in the engine. Cannot perform this action. Okay. No oil pan? What? Why is there no oil pan? How is there no oil pan? Okay, first things first, we're gonna put oil in the engine and get it running to figure out whatever that's wrong with it. Oh, oh, it's a Dodge Charger. Oh my god, it's a Dodge Charger. I want to work on the Dodge. Oh no, the Dodge Charger just ran. Oh no, wait, it's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. I want to work on the Dodge Charger. I want to work on the Charger. Oh my god. Ooh, ooh, we get to work on a Charger. Ooh, that is a nice looking thing. Ooh, yes. Ooh, that's a Charger. It's a Charger or a Challenger. Doesn't matter. It's a Dodge. Right, sir. Oh my god. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. Oil pan V8. Okay, we do need an oil pan V8. Oil filter V8. Okay, the oil filter looks fine. Oil filter is fine. Okay, we need to get an oil pan V8. Oil pan V8. There we go. Why does a family SUV have a... I never mind. I'm no position to ask that. I have a feeling we do have to take this apart because the fact that it doesn't have an oil pan is very concerning. Oh, actually no. Actually no, look at that. Only the suspension is busted. Everything else looks perfectly spick and span. Look at that. Okay, everything else is shiny. And I mean like new. I mean it's like so shiny, I can't tell what's wrong. The suspension though, everything down here is just busted. And so is the rear. I mean look at that. Oh yeah, the rear is just ugly. That muffler is gone like completely. But before we even get anything, first things first. I know there wasn't an oil pan, but just in case. Okay, good. So there wasn't any oil in there. So now we put oil in there, get the engine running. Let's get you to no oil. Oh right, my bad. Look, the engine looks fine. Engine is fine. This is one of the best condition engines we've ever had this entire time. That's great. Right, engine actually good. There we go. The car actually works for once. We'll see what's wrong with the Charger. Bolt Chapman. That's just like a Buick, isn't it? Royale GTR. Oh, oh, that's like a Mercedes SLS. Oh wow, I want to try that. Replace timing part, suspension, knocking. Oh, and we lost it. Oh wait, no. Running gear. Yeah, suspension and timing. A bit of the engine. Okay. A Bolt Atlanta. I could have bought this car. That's a BMW M3. I could have bought this car. This was another option as well. But I went for the supercharged one because that was just way cooler. I mean, why not? Who wouldn't take that? Okay, what do you mean I can't buy this? What do you mean I can't? Oh, come on. Come on. 100% part faster part installing and removing. Okay, that is actually going to be pretty useful. Or I can get an electron multimeter. Multimeter. 10% discount in shops. That's going to be very useful. I can't repair anything right now, so I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this because. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a lot of cars repaired. I think we could just like stick to the small stuff, the eeny meeny tiny repairs. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the tiny repairs, get some XP, get some cash, and then progress with the game. Because there's nothing stopping us from doing that really. Where do I start? There. There is a rare muffler V8 missing from car. Oh, you're telling me that now. Thank you. Okay, right. It was busted. There was a busted muffler. A rare muffler V8. Okay. Let's search for that. I did notice it was busted, but I didn't bother getting one. A rare muffler V8. There we go. Get one. Up again. I believe I'm like at level 11 now, according to that. Yeah, rare muffler V8. Pop a new one. Oh, it's missing an entire muffler. Okay, it's missing an entire muffler. Okay, I need another one of those, please. Thank you. Please and thank you. I am missing. Okay, this guy's just straight up missing parts. I guess the guy just went off-roading really, really badly, and he's just lost a bunch of parts. Like, look how shiny the entire exhaust system is. And then there's everything else. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. See that? See how that's completely busted? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, see that's good. That's fine. Oh, that's bad. Oh yeah. Okay, so we do have to remove the brakes just for that son of a gun. Brakes are perfectly fine. Look at that. Brakes are just fine. Brakes are great. What about the suspension cap? Alright, I can't test those, but that clearly looks busted. While I'm here, I just want to like examine these things first. Just want to examine what I can. Oh yeah. Oh, that's bad. Ooh, on this side, the plate is busted, but not the thing. Fuel filter. I don't think the fuel filter has any problem there. Just to be safe, check the calipers and everything. Can I check the thing? Okay. So we kind of have an idea of what's right and what's wrong, although not everything. Can examine that. Ooh, that's gone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Front suspension gone. Oh, that's bad. Oh boy, that is all gone. Oh, the entire front is just gone. Look at that. The entire front is that okay? That somehow the Bufela survives. Somehow that is fine. What about the outer tire rod? All right, the tiny bits and pieces, those are somehow fine, but like not the rest of it. Okay, funny. So the drive axle has got to be busted. Yeah, the inner tie rod and the outer tie rod should be fine. From what I can tell, just yeah, the lower suspension arm and the upper suspension arm And the suspension spring themselves are all busted. Oh. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, that's like real bad. Oh, I didn't check the thing over there, didn't I? I didn't check the knuckle cover. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Right. So that should be all of it. That should be all of it. Gonna move it to the test part. Should be able to run right now. And a quick overview should tell us that we have found a lot of it. There we go. Oil pan V8 rear muffler. There we go. We have found like about half of the problems with the car, and the other half I don't know. Repair with minimal parts condition, or I don't know what this is about. Hello. Oh, I haven't even read the description yet. We'll read that later. I wanna see what's wrong with it first. Okay, front brakes are good. The brakes are good. It's the suspension that I'm worried about. I also have a suspicion that the engine is fine. The engine is somehow fine. The engine is the least of my worries. It's the suspension. Possibly even the gearbox. Oh yeah. Double wishbone shock absorber. A couple of bushings that I can tell at least. Okay, but everything else is pretty fine. Look at that. Oh. Oh, okay. Now hang on just a minute. Do I have to like actually put there we go. Okay, look at that. We have to like put these together. Okay, so there's a bunch of exterior parts that we should put together. How am I floating? How is that possible? All right, you move back to the lifter. We need about 600 more XP. Do I want to repair this? A lower suspension arm. Oh boy, I could. What happened to it? Did it work? Did I break it? What happened? What happened to the lower suspension arm? I have a inner tie rod and a steering rack here, so I don't have to buy those. What happened to that lower suspension arm? Did I destroy it? I think I destroyed it. I think that's what happened. We destroyed it. Should we or should we not? Okay, what is wrong with the car? Still got a couple of undiscovered parts. 3, 4, 5. Before that, let us actually see. What is this model again? Olson Grand Club. Alright, we need an Olson Grand Club front bumper, left headlight, and front left fender. Olson Grand Club. Body shop. If I just go for Olson. No, god damn it. No. Olson Grand Club front bumper. Olson Grand Club left headlight. Olson Grand Club front left fender. There we go. That should be all of that. Put it into assemble mode. Pop that in. Left headlight. Front left fender. Ooh. Oh, so it's not painted. Do I have to like paint it though? Now I have a suspicion that the tires, the rims to be specific, are busted, and that I might have to change them. Everything else looks fine. Are the windows broken? I have not had to work on the interiors of any cars as of now, so I'm not too worried about that. The car battery. Huh. Now the radiator does look busted. Okay, the battery is fine. Radiator does look very busted, so I shall remove that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, even the fan and the radiator, all that is just busted. Don't ask me why, but I have a feeling we have to raise the car anyway because we're working on suspension mostly. I have a feeling, yeah, this rim, this wheel is just gone. We need whatever this rim is. Leave that at that. These tires though. Doesn't look like we really need to take apart the rear engine. Now, if I hang on, we'll go look at my. Where are the tires? There we go. The fan housing and the radiator are busted. Muffler can get rid of that. Steering rack and inner tire rod don't need those two. There we go. So the rims are busted. Rim Modern 06. So we're gotta go buy a couple of Rim Modern 06s. Gotta go to the wheel shop. Rim. I'm just gonna go with modern. Rim Modern 06. That should be it. A couple of those. And I forgot to check the size. We made that mistake once. I am not making that mistake again. Right now. 20-inch ET0. Okay. 20-inch ET0. Lovely. 20-inch ET0. I don't know what ET means. Extraterrestrial. 20-inch ET0. Two of those, please. $1,000 for a couple of rims. Yikes. Okay, sometimes it just takes being observant. Oh, wrong. Rim Modern ET0. Yep, that and the off-road tire. We gotta balance the wheel once it's done. Balance that wheel. Rim Modern 06. The off-road tire. Okay, I can sell these. What else can I sell? Inner thyroid. Thyroid? Tide pod? No, steering rack. Okay. Gotta balance the wheels. I'm doing a meticulous job. Like I could just go ahead and just dump it in there, you know, but no, I'm not. Oh wow. I really do want to just splurge all the money I have and just like get buy brand new parts for all my cars straight away, but you know, that's not a good idea. All right, we got two brand new wheels. We got it. We don't have to too worried about them much anyway because we gotta take all of these out. Double wishbone shock absorber. Front drive axle. We gotta remove the spoiler. Then we can remove the bottom suspension arm. Front drive axle. I don't know about the drive axle though. Okay, steering rack is broken, which means we do need to remove the tie rods. God damn it. Or do I keep saying it wrong? Can I remove that? Nope. Spoiler. Sway bar front end link. The bottom suspension arm. Such a bottom. Upper suspension arm. Okay, I should take those out as well. Is the knuckle? Oh yeah, the knuckle is busted, which means I have to take out the damn brake. God damn it! front drive shaft, front axle D. Ooh, the front drive axle is busted. Okay. Take out the rubber bushing. Sway bars, fine. Gotta remove the tie rod, like it or not. There we go. Upper suspension arm, get rid of that as well. And a couple of bushings before I get rid of the steering rack. Yeah, steering rack is bust. That goes bye-bye. And the front suspension cross member B. Yeah, and I have to remove all the brakes. No choice. Remove the brake pads. One sec. I just had a bit of a brain fart. No, I don't want to remove that wheel hub. The knuckle cover. The knuckle cover seems fine, but I don't know if it's something that we need to replace, you know? The brake disc, the bearing, front wheel hub, the knuckle cover, and that. Right, so it is 21%, which means I do have a feeling we do have to just... Okay, look at that. Clean. Clean. Look at that. And look at that. The engine is clean. The engine is perfectly clean. Have we found everything that is wrong with this car, though? We have not. Look at that. Okay, there's a couple of parts that we have not found. A problem. Okay, that's bad. Real quick. I have a suspicion that it could be the paint. I have a suspicion. I have a... Oh my god. You're telling me there's a part for every single... Oh my god. So I could just buy all the parts of all my cars then. Oh. Okay, so I can just buy the front hood of my car that I didn't have earlier. Okay, cool. Okay, these are all modern cars from the looks of it. No paint, apparently. From the looks of it, at least. Bolt Atlanta. Bolt... No, I don't have the Bolt Atlanta. What do I have again? Bolt Cape? That's probably what I have. Bolt Cape Hood. Right, I need a Bolt Cape Hood. I'm gonna get one of those. Oh, the chat. Where's the chat? Okay, now's the hard part. The deduction. Oh, the front license plate. Are those included in this list? I think not. I don't think those are... Okay, the body parts are not part of this list. So there's the front license plate that we have to fit. Okay. No license plate. How do we get a license plate? License. Okay, not here. License plate. There we go. License plate. How am I supposed to get the exact same one as the one on the rear? It's just a basic one. N8 Rashmo HM0. Alright. I'm just gonna get a standard one then. There we go. N8 HM0. I hope that's the right one. I hope. I hope. Pop up front that. Okay. I did it. Okay, that was it. That was the one. Oh, you look at these. These have different license plates. Okay. Cool. I think we could pop some tunes. I feel like we could go for some classical music, because why not? Sure, why not? Some classic vibes. Next song. There we go. Good calming vibes. Alright, body parts settled. So there's still a couple parts. Leaf spring. I have a feeling it's going to be something to do with the suspension. Is there anything I have not... Anything I have not already dismembered? It's got to be the rear, because the rear is the only thing that I haven't touched on. It's got to be the brakes. It's got to be... There's got to be something. One of these things. One of these things got to be broken. Is it a bushing? Yeah, the bushing's bust. Oh. Is it that? Yeah, the rear axle thing is fine. That's fine. That's fine. Clutch, fine. Wheel rim. Could it be the rim or the tire? I mean, those tire don't look so good though. Do I have to take it apart? Do I have to? I mean, that's busted. Okay. So nothing much is busted apart from the shock absorbers on both sides. Can I just remove it then? Right, remove the U-bolts. Why the music gotta be so somber though? Why can't you put Mozart or something? Solid control arm. What's wrong? Oh, the bushing. The bushing. I need a bushing. Oh, hang on. The spring, the rear spring is busted. I need to take apart this entire thing. Yes, okay, I found it. What's the problem? The spring is busted. I gotta remove the spring. Okay. Okay, just gotta observe. Alright, we found everything that's wrong with this car. The suspension, at least. My god. Is it just me, or does it feel like the suspension has more components to work with than the engine? Actually, no, the engine has far more components, but because they're all like in the same place, it's kind of manageable, like you know where everything is. Whereas when it comes to the rear knuckle axle cow housing, this is fine. Okay, so we do have to remove this wheel to get to the knuckle housing. There we go. Oh. Brake disc. I gotta remove that. To remove that, I gotta remove everything else in the way. The wheel hub. I mean, it's weird. The disparity between how these things look and how those broken, busted parts look is weird. It doesn't look right. Alright, we took out everything that needs to be took out. Ooh, that is one shiny exhaust. Oh, I can almost see the reflection of like... Damn. Pretty cool. What can I repair? Leaf spring plate. Nah, I don't want to repair that. Okay, time to go shopping. Not before checking first. Yes, we do have everything. This one's going to be a huge payout, I can imagine, but it's not the engine, so it's not going to be a huge payout, but it's just going to be a big payout. All right, let's just go top to bottom, follow the list. Right, let's not jump, try to make my life difficult. There is a crap ton of parts in here. Right. Right, let's go. Front shock absorber cap, front suspension cross member C. Front shock absorber cap, front cross member C. I'm just gonna go with cap. Front shock absorber cap. Front shock absorber cap. Cross member. Front suspension cross member C. Okay. There we go. Put the new cross member in. Okay, we need a bunch of those new parts. What else? Okay. Front spring, upper suspension arm. Front spring, upper suspension arm. Alright. Front spring. That's a front spring. Front suspension arm. I forgot. This is gonna be a while, just me running back and forth. Upper suspension arm, 2 of them, double wishbone shock absorber. Upper suspension arm, double wishbone shock absorber. Double wishbone shock absorber. And then upper suspension arm, 2 of them. Okay. Appropriate music. I like it. Well done, game. We got that. Front shock absorber cap, double wishbone shock absorber. Wait, what again? Front shock absorber cap, double wishbone shock absorber. Front shock, yeah, sure. Front shock absorber cap. Oh no, I just want one. Front shock absorber cap and double wishbone shock absorber. I hope I got the right thing. Yeah, front shock absorber. Bottom suspension arm and a front spring. Bottom suspension arm. Bottom suspension arm. 2 of those and a spring. We also do need a couple rare springs. I do remember that. Alright. That's just as far as I can remember. Alright, we're done with this. Right? Okay, we're done with that. Slowly go down. Bottom suspension arm. A rim modern 06. We have that. We already have that. Right. What next? Front drive axle D. Front drive axle D. Front steering knuckle C. Front drive axles D. Front steering knuckle C. Front drive axle C. Front steering knuckle D. Front drive axle C. Front drive axle C. Front drive axle C. Front steering knuckle D. Where the front steering knuckle D. Give me a couple of those bad boys. Yeah. And then we do need what else? Okay. Steering rack. I think we have that already. Front axle knuckle cover. Front drive axle A. Front axle knuckle cover. Front drive axle A. Front axle knuckle cover. Front shite. Front drive axle. Front axle knuckle. Where's the front axle knuckle cover? Where is it? Where the front axle? There we go. 2 of those. Right? Doesn't matter. Buy it anyway. What do I got? Lots of stuff. Steering rack in a tie rod. Right, we already have a steering rack. Okay. Got that. Front drive axle A. Okay, we did not. Oh no, we did. We did need two front drive axle A's. Radiator A, radiator fan housing. Okay. Radiator A, radiator fan housing. Radiator A and a radiator fan housing. Uh, well, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, all right, all right. Okay, now it's just the rear, I believe. And oh my god, there's still so much more. That's so much. That's so much. So much. There's so much stuff. Okay, we're already up to 2,000, so we should be a little over 3,000, I believe, once we're done with this car. And then I'm actually gonna finish up that Dodge Charger in the back and like maybe work on our project car, or maybe just go buy another car straight up. Just go buy another car, see what we can do. Wait, where will we? Front drive axle A. Rear shock absorber B. Rear shock absorber B. Rear shock absorber B. Solid axle control arm. 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 Solid axle control arm. Two of those. Then if I just put U. U-bolt, leaf spring U-bolt, two of those. There we go. I remember. Do you remember? 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 I don't remember. Oh, I need a couple of U-bolts. Couple more of those. Oh boy. I already bought the rare springs, didn't I? Shite, I forgot. Oops, rubber bushing. Wait, two rubber bushings, two bushies, a spring plate, two bushies, a spring plate. All right, two bushies, a spring plate. Yeah, a couple more of those. Leaf spring plate, two bush. Couple of bushes. There we go. And last but not least, I think, should be the last one. Yes, the last one. No, rear axle knuckle housing C. Rear axle knuckle housing C. Rear shock absorber B. Rear axle knuckle housing C. Rear shock absorber B. Rear axle knuckle housing C. Rear shock absorber B. That should be it. That should be it. That should be it. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. Can I finally put my car together? Please. Let's put our car together. Come on. Come on, lads. Rear spring. Pop that bad boy on. Pop that shock absorber cap on there. Pop that absorber. Pop it in. Pop it. Pop it. Pop. Pop. What's popping, everybody? Woo. Put that bushy on there. Screw it in. Oh, so we only need two bushies. Alright, there's only one on each side of the rear. U-bolt, great. 1, 2. One on this side, 2. 1, 2. Front knuckle, axle, knuckle, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Solid rear drive, axle, axle stuff. I don't know. Brake disc, go on top. Brake pad, go on top. Brake caliper, go on top. I've only fixed one old car that uses a drum brake so far. It was like an old car. And it was the rear brakes that had drum brakes. I had to replace the brake drums, the hydraulic mechanism that kind of controls it. Right on. Cheerio. Mount it. Oh boy. Yep. Game, please work with me here. I'm trying my best. Put the bushy in. Hang on, that was odd. Oh no. Why do I have a bunch of bushies? Do I need it for the front or something? I probably do, don't I? Pop the rear spring on there. Rear shock absorber cap, new one. Leaf spring U-bolt. Pop, pop. And that should be the last one for the rear. Screw and screw. And that should be it. That should be it. That should be it. Yep, yep. Oh wow. Oh wow, look at that. That's half. We're halfway there. 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 Front drive axle D. I forgot about that. Oops. Steering rack. Yes, I do have that. Front sway bar B. Front drive axle D. Let's go get one of those. How did I forget that? Okay, this is technically not required. It's not required, but I'm buying it anyway. Front drive axle. Oh boy. Front drive axle. Front drive axle D. There we go. Chunky one. There we go. New one. Next up, the tie rod. Oh, that's why we have 4 extra. Okay, we have a lot more than 4 extra bushings. Oh, for the upper and lower thingies. All right, that makes sense. I probably should connect the drive shaft while I'm at it. And the rear bushings too while I'm at it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm guessing 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm guessing. I'm not too sure. Doesn't matter. Radiator is going to be the last thing I'm putting in. That's fine. Put the steering knuckle in. Why? Front steering knuckle C. Didn't I buy those? Front steering knuckle C. Really? Front steering knuckle C. Get 2 of those, please. I mean, I am going to be reimbursed if I do make this solve properly, right? Do I want to do it one by one, or do I want to simultaneously work on both sides? Okay, there we go. So there is, we do need 8 more. There we go. Rubber bushies. The upper goes up and the lower goes low. Up goes up and down goes low. Up in the high of the mountains we go. Oh. Okay, we got some suspending to do. Okay. We gotta get rid of these. While I do that, let me work on this side. Oh, whoops, my bad. There we go. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. G, how have you been doing? How have you been doing, my guy? I missed you. Ooh. How has The Last of Us been treating you? Better than it was for me, I hope. And I know it was, but hey. Glad you're having fun with the game, at least. Honestly. Welcome in, G. Tired out of my mind. Then, G, a game like this might just be the thing you need, because a game like this is... What can I say? It's fantastic. It's so relaxing and chill. I don't think you've ever seen a game like this. It's so good. And you learn a lot too. You have a call at 1:30 and it's 9. Physically tired. 1:30 in the morning, G? 1:30 in the morning, really? Been streaming for 8 18 hours. I mean, I did see you stream this morning, but you were up for 18 hours, G? Yeah, I know you work the night shift, but dude, 18 hours of playing The Last of Us, dude. I dreaded that so much. I swear to God, I dreaded. That was the one thing I absolutely despised when I was playing The Last of Us and going for the plat. But you're playing that for 18 hours. Like, dude, I can't even. I cannot even. I admire your dedication, but my guy, you know what would have been productive for 18 hours? I don't know. Playing Neo. Neo would have been fantastic. You would have gotten so much progress in. You would have been able to beat a couple missions or two. And like, I don't know, had actual fun. Like, jeez. I'm coming down hard on you, man. I am gonna come down hard on you for this one. I do not agree with the ways you spend your time, sir. I mean, I know you're busy, and as a busy man, you should be a bit more wary of how you spend your time. And playing 18 hours of a god awful rip off of a multiplayer for a single player game is not the right way. I completely disagree. It's my opinion, yes, but my opinion is also correct. Fight me. I don't care what you say. Multiplayer modes in single player games should be extinct. Get rid of them. Get rid of them from my games. Begone, witch, begone. I do not want you. No one has ever wanted you. If you want a multiplayer game, make a multiplayer game. If you want to make a multiplayer thing in a single player game, make a multiplayer. You know, get my multiplayer out of my single player games, and don't put it as a part of the requirement for the trophy. Do not. Just don't. I hate Josh. Don't. I suck so much. I'm I'm gonna. I'm gonna oh oh, hang on a minute. That wasn't right. That wasn't right. Ooh, I almost used the wrong one there. That's it. All right, car's done. Bye bye. 16,000, baby. Woo. Haha. I did the thing twice today. Don't have anybody to play it with. That way, COD wouldn't exist. I mean, COD is an exception. COD was a front runner. COD was the pioneer for the multiplayer in a single player kind of thing. But that doesn't mean vehicle can't be started, which means I can't put it in the thing. Okay, too bad. Halo. Halo also. Halo is similar to. You see, Halo is a first person shooter game, first and foremost. Alright? COD is a first person shooter game. Doom is a first person shooter game. But stuff like Uncharted and The Last of Us, where it's a narrative game with cover systems and stealth elements and like a bit complicated mechanics than just shooting. And the shooting itself is not as satisfying as, say, a proper FPS game like Doom, COD, and all that, Halo. So when you try to make a multiplayer version work of these games, I tell you, I despised Uncharted multiplayer, The Last of Us multiplayer, the Doom multiplayer. I mean, Doom is fantastic, but the multiplayer sucks still because you're not really fighting the demons, and it defeats the entire purpose of it. And oh god, a proper FPS game is barely what really happens anyway. A proper FPS game, I wouldn't say it depends on story. I just say mechanically, if mechanically it's perfect, right? If mechanically it is fun to play and control, I would say games like COD, Halo Infinite, and even Battlefield. And I genuinely love Battlefield because Battlefield is very realistic. PUBG, even PUBG, Apex Legends, those are all proper shooters because they are fun to play. Doom Eternal, because the act of shooting, the first person shooting, you shoot person in front of you. You see the first person in front of you and you shoot it. That's a first person shooter. That's not a first person. You get the point. It's fun to shoot. It's because the mechanics are fun, the controls are fun. You click a thing and the thing goes boom. You know, it's nice, instant gratifying feedback. Whereas in these other games, it just feels slow, sluggish, sloppy, and unsatisfying. And I just want to shoot myself. I honestly can't. The Last of Us on its own, the story is fantastic. When you're stealthing and you're shooting bad guys, shooting zombies, it's fun because there's a context to it. You can forgive the sloppy controls and the sloppy combat and the sloppy shooting because it fits the theme of the game. But like I said, for a multiplayer framework, nah. Hell nah. While I'm on the topic of multiplayer, Deep Rock Galactic, you gonna play it or what? Please, I need someone to play it with. I'm actually very, very close to the platinum. I've got like, I don't know. Well, by close, I mean 20, 30 hours more to go, but still closer than someone who's starting the game from scratch. I have been playing the game since the beginning of the year, and I am genuinely enjoying the game. I say time and time again, when this guy, a person who hates and despises multiplayer with every fiber of my being, says that Deep Rock Galactic, a multiplayer game, is fun, that I've played it for hundreds of hours, and that I recommend it to people, you best believe that it's a good game. You better take that seriously. It's all comes down to the subjectivity of the person who is talking about games, right? If it's same thing with game reviewers, you gotta know what kind of games that the game reviewer fancies, what they like, what they don't like, you know. So you all know what I like for the most part. You all know what I don't like. You know, I don't like JRPGs. I don't like boring tedium. I don't like repetitiveness. I don't like second playthroughs. I don't like multiplayer. I hate multiplayer. So when there are elements of these in games and I say that the game is fun, yeah, that means there is something that the game does right that makes that boring element which I don't like, that still makes it enjoyable for me, you know? And I'm sorry, but The Last of Us, Uncharted, all those single player games that have a shoddy multiplayer mode in it looks like it's just strapped on at the last minute with the duct tape just to get the player base in, just to keep the game's longevity going on for a longer time, just so the player base and the fan base doesn't die off instantly after like a short while. You know, it's weird. It's really really weird. Car is loud. Ooh, we actually have a fair amount of monies. Um, I do want to go to another barn and see if we can buy another car. What's wrong with the skin? Vehicle can't be started. I'm guessing it's gonna be running gear. Suspension. Loud. Okay. That's gonna be exhaust. If it's loud, it's gonna be exhaust. Rant over. Let's get back to cars. Let's get back to fixing the car. Fuel filter's fine. Starter looks fine. I'm just gonna do a visual inspection and see if I can tell. Oh yeah, the Superfera is busted. Oh, there we go. Steering rack is busted. The engine bay looks fine. Radiator looks fine. Intake manifold looks fine. FMW, way to go. Way to go to copyright strike. BMW Roadster. Royale. Oh, we've still got the Mercedes SLS. Bolt Hellcat. Ooh, the Bolt Hellcat. Very tempting. Very tempting. The SLS is also very tempting. But I also want to get this. To my father-in-law. A pothole or something. Alright, I'll take that on. Yeah, that's a BMW Z4 GT3. That is a massive engine bay with a tiny engine in there. Is that a flat 4? It is a 4-cylinder. Inline 4. Does it tell you what? Oh, no. Yep. Oh, boy. That's a lot of stuff. I think the car runs. So, yeah, the car runs. So we can just test it out first. I genuinely like how you have to use your brain for this game. Like, you really have to think once in a while and, like, think critically and figure out what's wrong with the car. You do need a certain extent of general knowledge of how cars work. And I do like that. And I do, what I know so far that has definitely helped me into understanding how these things work. Okay, so I'm just a quick hunch, but I guess the pothole this guy hit was on the left side, because the front left and the front left and the rear left side is just busted. The brakes, and I'm guessing the suspension as well. Let's see. Yeah. Yep, the front and rear suspension are both busted. Everything else is fine. Oh, speaking of busted, look at those rims. Oh, I'm guessing the right side. Yep. The right side is going to be perfectly fine. Alright, so the left side of this car is just gone. We'll leave it there. Okay, we need to get this car up and running. I have a feeling. Alright, battery is not the problem. If the car ain't starting, it's got to be the ignition. I like how the music appropriately matches the mood of what I'm doing. Yes, contemplative music, very much. Vehicle can't be started. All right. If the car can't be started, it's the starter, it's the battery. Are all the pistons being ignited? Yes, they are. Starter, yes. Brake servo. What about the throttle? Nah, throttle seems fine. Oh, hang on. I have a compression tester. Engine needs to be complete. Did I not? Oh, sorry. Okay, jeez, calm down. Okay, can I test it now? Okay. Okay, so it just tells me straight up what the problems are. But okay, I don't have to open the entire engine. Okay, good news. That's good news. On the bright side, engine is fine. Nothing wrong with the engine. But the car's not starting. Ignition, fuel filter, throttle, starter. I have a feeling the starter's bust. Power steering pump. How about the alternator? Maybe the alternator? Yeah, alternator's good as new. Catalytic converter. Honestly, can't tell. I'm confused. Up we go. Exhaust is loud, it said. The catalytic converter and the muffler should attest to that. Oh yeah, there we go. Obd scanner. Oh, I can just scan everything. Okay. They should tell me electronic. Okay, the battery is working fine though. Spark plug. Okay. Okay, there is one spark plug that isn't working properly. Oh, I muted it accidentally. Okay, there is one spark plug that isn't working. The drive shaft is fine. That's fine. That catalytic converter is fine. That is not fine. That is not fine. That is not fine. That is not fine. That definitely not fine. Rare shock absorber A. Not fine. Actually, no. Put that back. No, 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 no. Put that back. Put that back. Put that back. Put that back. I just want to get the engine running. We don't have to change oil. Wait, no. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Spark plug. There we go. Found it. Oh my god. That's all the suspension. Rear shock absorber A. Found that. Carhartt. That's front suspension. Alright. A couple of exhaust pipe. Couple of middle mufflers. A catalytic converter. And a rear muffler V8. Rear muffler V8. Can I remember all that? Rear muffler V8. Rear muffler V8. Couple of that. One of that. A rear muffler V8. A middle muffler. Couple of those. Alright, bada boom, bada bing. Got all that. Exhaust. Fit that one in. 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 In. Go. And the last but not least. Boom. Okay, that should be it. Now, the tricky part is to find which spark plug is not working. Does that mean I'll have to take off all of the ignition caps to find out one by one? Oh yeah, while I'm at it, I'll go get a spark plug. Makes life easier. Spark plug. Yes. Spark plug. Buy spark plug. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Alright, let's sell stuff that we don't need. Anything below 15? 15%? Yeah, 15% is a safe bet, isn't it? Yeah, anything below 15% can bye-bye. There we go. As for these are at 25. Okay, I guess get rid of that as well. Anything below 25 can bye-bye. Alright, cool. Okay, cool. We got that. Why do I have extras for these? I don't know. I'm not selling them though. I am not selling them. No, I'm not. I'm just afraid I'm gonna accidentally use my precious items one day. That's gonna suck. I have a race tire, but it's a specific size, so it doesn't. A W12 V10. Oh, hang on. Hang on, a V10. Hang on, there's V10s in here? Oh, okay. So the ones that I can buy from the store are like, okay. Okay. Okay, 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 that makes sense actually. Carburetor, engine cylinder, there we go, engine head, I4, W, okay, we do have V12s. Inline 6. A V10, oh, so we can build these engines if we wanted to. Oh, that is so cool. V6, V8, a V10. Oh, I would love to put a V10 in my muscle car because why not? We got a W12. It's not a V12, but it's a W12. But it's got 12 pistons firing, and that's good enough for me. Do we have a V12 though? I wonder if we do. No, we don't, unfortunately. Look at the piping on that. My god. Okay, okay. So we have a bunch of these. These are all tuning parts. Okay. So we don't have to keep it stock. We don't have to keep it stock. Bolt cape. Okay. 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 So these are the parts that I need. Bolt cape. There we go. The bolt cape is what I need. Bolt cape, right trunk tail light, left trunk tail light. So you've got left trunk tail light, which means there's gonna be a right trunk tail light. Bolt cape. Yeah, so there is. So you got standard parts and you got like tuned parts. Okay. Of course I'm gonna put the tuned version. Why would I not? Look at that. Okay, so I got blacked out stuff. Okay, but they're $500 a pop. Oh boy. Okay. Interior wise, I honestly can't be bothered right now. Custom gearbox shop. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wait, hang on. V12? This game has V12s. Okay. Okay, I guess we just have to look elsewhere. We've been just looking in the main shop and not... Oh boy. Why do I keep muting it? My bad. Okay, anyway. See what I mean by the game music is actually matching exactly. Not this spark plug. Not that spark plug. Not that spark plug. Not that spark plug. Okay, none of these spark plugs are the one. Pop it all back in. I really want to just get this car started. One of these. Is it you? No? Right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Is it you? Yes, it's you. Got him. Got him. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Right, let us... Yes, it moves. It breathes. It's alive. It moves. It moves. Yes, look at that. Oh, that's delightful. Front brakes going fine so far. All right, all right. Okay. Suspension, not so good, not so great. Oh, rear suspension. Busted. Yep. Rear. Everything in the rear, bad. Just big bad. Moving you back to the lifter, kind sir. So do we have a list? Okay, we only fixed one thing. Still plenty of stuff that are not discovered yet. Already we're at $1,000. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. But I'm guessing this is gonna be the other stuff that can't be suspension clunks and rattles. Yeah, the stuff that we have to examine ourselves. Car is loud. All right, so two things settled. So everything is gonna be control. Car control is also gonna be a suspension thingy. So let us try fixing that. Up again. Yeah, we're not gonna mess with the engine anymore, are we? So we're just gonna keep it. We're gonna stick it to the man. I'm actually gonna take a quick wee break, y'all. So I will be right back. Actually, yeah, I was gonna take a quick break. You take a quick breath, snack break, and go for a wee wee. I will be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. We're back. Let's jump right in. I unfortunately do not have Cookie. I thought I had, but we don't, turns out. So I guess we're back here. So what is wrong with this car again? We're done with that. We're done with the gear. Suspension. Right. Car is hard to control. Now, okay, you say that, but I'm noticing the front suspension looks pretty fine. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but the front suspension looks pretty fine. Okay, that shock absorber's gone. Ooh, the spring is gone. Shock absorber cap is gone. The spring cap is fine. The rear suspension housing, yeah, that needs to be removed. Rear drive axle, that needs to come off. Ooh, yes, that needs to come off. While I'm at it, just, oh, yeah, bad. Ooh, broken. What about the bearing? Oh, yeah, okay, I have to take everything off, don't I? I know the spring is busted. I can go for a test drive, but I don't wanna, you know what I mean? Okay, those are all fine as far as I know. Remove that rear drive axle. Should leave us with the hub in the middle. Yep, the hub is busted. Can I remove the hub? Yes, I can. Okay, I don't need to remove much here. I'm just gonna try to remove what I need to. Sway bar, rear end link. Shock absorber cap. Rear sway bar. Oh, rear suspension arm B. Is that it? Oh, wrong one. Yeah, the rear sway bar must be removed. And that the sway bar, and then the upper suspension arm. And then the knuckle housing, which I can't remove. The hub bearing, yeah, I can't take those off. Aha, I see a bushing down there. Is it seriously playing Isles of Spark? On Come on, Gabe, you can't do that. But okay, fine, I guess. Yeah, we're just messing with the brakes, no big deal. I keep forgetting what needs to be removed. We gotta remove this thing, and to remove that thing, we need to remove the suspension arm. And that bushing. Oh boy. Alright, I guess we're removing the calipers. All the calipers, all the pads. Yes, triumphant. Wow, I removed the brake pad, everyone. Wow. Thank you, game. What else? What am I missing? Oh, small rubber bushing. Okay. Okay, we should have gotten everything out of the way. We should. And by should, take that with a grain of salt, quite literally. That's a small rubber bushy right there. I can't see. I can't see. Alright, all these are okay. The rear is dismantled and fine. The front, however, I can't quite tell what's wrong with it. Oh! Oh, look at that. We found everything wrong here. Um, okay, we found, okay, there's still 4 more things to figure out. 4 more things to figure out. I wonder what they is. If I examine them real quick, that should be able to tell me what is broken and what isn't. Hunch, but I feel like the steering rack is broken. Again, just a hunch. Don't ask me how I know. I just know. Some things you just know. Outer tie rod. Oh yeah, it's busted. I knew that. The hubcap. No. The bearing. That. The disc axle cover. No. Alright, cool. So okay, so it's just the tiny parts that are busted. I'm guessing this one. Oh, not busted. Okay. Okay, it might not be these then. It might not be these. It might just be that outer tie rod, the inner tie rod, and that's about it. And the steering rack. We have not messed with the steering rack. Yeah, so that's that. Jeez, I keep muting it. Why? Sorry about that. Okay, to remove steering rack, we need to remove wheel. This is gonna be our last one before I do wanna, like, before we work on the Z4, I do wanna work on my project car. I wanna go to a barn, see if there's anything we can't get. I wanna get something from the barn. Oh, there we go. Outer tire out, inner tire out. Okay, so we did find I'm guessing the last thing is gonna be that. Hang on. Okay, we don't have to remove everything. We just have to remove the tie rod and the steering rack. That's all we gotta do. But to remove that, yeah, okay, we need to remove the wheel. Makes sense that we have to remove the wheel. Don't have to remove the calipers, just the outer tie rod. That, and that, and that. There we go. Steering rack is gone. Gone. There we go. The Bafela, sway bar front end link A. There we go. Lovely. Sway bar front end link A. Sway front end link A. Inner one of that. Inner tie rod, outer tie rod. Boom. Lovely. A quick check to see if I haven't missed anything. And yes, I have not missed anything. And a quick check of here. Yep. Sway bar, rear end link, and steering rack. Sway bar, rear end link, and steering rack. Sway bar, rear end link. No, just a rack. A rack will do. Alright, finishing one category at a time. I think we're done with the front suspension at least, and then we're good to go. One at a time. Steering rack. Pop a new one in there. Pop the inner tie rod. Pop the outer tie rod. And that's it. That's just the wheel. Okay then. There you go. A new spoiler. I call it spoiler, but it's actually sway bar front end link. It links the sway bar to the front end. Nothing too complicated there, in it. And that should be it. Sway bar, rear end link. So now all of this, oh dear God, it's all of this is the rear shock absorber A, small rubber bushing. Oh my God, rear drive axle, rear axle knuckle housing A. I have a feeling that the suspension spring. Okay, not this one, but this one. Oh yeah, this side. But it can't all be. It can't be all of this. Okay, all of this there. All of that, but on this side is busted somehow. Somehow. I don't have parts. Great, wonderful. That's what I needed. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to. Let's one by one then. Let's go get it. Alright, the rear end, wheel hub bearing, rear shock absorber A, rear shock absorber cap. Wheel hub bearing, rear shock absorber A, rear shock absorber cap. Wheel hub bearing, rear shock absorber A, rear shock. No. No, it's not what I wanted. Rear. Oh my God, please. Rear shock absorber A, rear shock absorber cap. Was it A or was it B? The same feeling of, you know, did I leave the stove on? Yeah, same thing. Same thing. A. Thank God. Thank God it's A. Thank God it's A. And a rear shock absorber cap while I'm at it. Pop that on. A rear sway bar. Okay. I need a rear sway bar B. A rear sway bar B. That thin piece of metal right there. Is that everything here? There we go. Sway bar, rear end link. A new one goes there. Is this rubber bushing fine? Yeah, that rubber bushing's fine. Is this rubber bushing fine? That small rubber bushing's fine. Any other small rubber bushings anywhere? Okay, yeah, the bushings are fine. This entire part is fine. Although something's missing. I can't quite tell what. There we go. Wheel hub bearing. Rear drive axle. That should be it. I should have another wheel hub bearing that is in terrible condition. Yes, I have 2 bad conditioned wheel hub bearings, which means I do need another one. A wheel hub bearing. There we go. Just gonna go with bearing. Single one of those. Okay, now for the rest of what's broken. Okay, that's done. That's done. That is almost done. Yeah, red shock absorber cap, shock absorber A. We have that. I think I might have bought an extra one for no purpose, for no reason at all. Whoops. Oh my god, that is a lot of stuff. That is a lot of stuff. One at a time. Oh my god. Rubber bushing. Too small, too normal. Too small and too normal. Too small, too normal, rear drive axle. Too small, too normal. Too small, too small, too normal. What else? Okay. Rear wheel hub, rear shock absorber A. Rear wheel hub, rear shock absorber A. Oh wait, no, I already have these. Why am I buying duplicates then? Rear wheel hub. Rear wheel hub. Rear wheel hub. Rear axle knuckle housing A. Rear wheel hub. Rear axle knuckle housing A. Rear wheel hub. Rear axle knuckle housing A. Rear wheel hub. 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 Rear axle knuckle housing A. Rear wheel hub. Rear wheel. Rear wheel. There we go. Rear wheel hub. Rear knuckle housing. And then there's upper something. Upper. There we go. Rear suspension upper arm. Rear suspension upper arm. Rear suspension arm A. 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 Rear suspension arm. Rear suspension arm. Rear suspension upper arm. Rear suspension arm A. Rear suspension upper arm. Uh. Uh. And then rear drive axle. Rear spring. Rear spring. Alright, we need and rear spring. Do I have a rear spring? No, I do not. I have an old rear spring. I don't have a new rear spring. But let's put spring. Should come, right? There we go. Time to put the spring together. Time to spring the springs. Really? Knuckle housing A. Suspension arm B. Suspension arm. Suspension upper arm. Bushing. A bushing. Is there another bushing somewhere that I haven't? Rear shock absorber A. I'm missing something. There we go. Small rubber bushing. Rubber bushing. There we go. That is one more. Suspension arm A. Spring cap. I need a spring cap. Spring cap. Wheel hub 3. Rear wheel hub. Oh, the rear spring doesn't need that. Oh, we just pop it on. The front spring is the one that needs that. Okay. Okay, I hope what I'm doing is right. I hope it better be. Put the wheel hub bearing. And finally the rear drive axle, that's a new one. Before I just quick check, yes. Alright, brilliant, everything's done. Pop a wheel on. Oh, Jesus Christ, come on. Alright, that's the last one. And we're good to go. Or are all the wheels on? By 7,000. Okay, okay. I'll take that. What was wrong with you again? A lot of stuff. Jesus Christ. Left part of the thing. All right. Before that, I actually do want to, like I said, sell everything first. Anything under 15% goes by. Right. Wonderful. Why do I have an inner tie rod here? Alright, I have way too many barn locations, so I'm gonna use one of it right now. Let's go to a barn. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We got a barn over here. Why not? Let's go see what scrap car we can find. Hopefully we get a good one. Hopefully it ain't too expensive that I can actually buy. Oh. Nothing good here. Oh man, we just got the Chevy pickup truck. Damn it. Okay, nothing good here. Nothing interesting here. Engine head, bolt reptilia. Nothing interesting here. Gearbox, nothing interesting here. Right, so nothing interesting so far. An ABS module, a radiator for an exhaust pipe. A rear bumper. Tail light, ABS pump, a hood. Nothing interesting though. Cam gear. No. Front drive shaft B. Sure, I'll take that. Vintage tire. Oh, there's a case. A retro rim. Never mind. A tail light. A race tire. A camshaft cap. I believe that. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Before that, though, real quick. This is 14,000. It's inline 6. Smith 1500. I see an absolute dime back there. We've got an engine block back here. Oh my god, it's a Pontiac. Oh my god, it's a Pontiac. How much is it? It's a Pontiac. I want it. Chieftain Bandit. I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I bought it. I bought it. I bought a car. It's a Pontiac. It's a Pontiac. Engine head B. V6B. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but hey. Alright, we got nothing to do here else, I think. How much is that gonna cost? Yeah, sure, I'll take all these. So I got all these parts, okay. We got a bunch of engine blocks. So I wonder if we can like work on those engine blocks. But real quick though. real quick though, I wanna check out that Pontiac, see what it's all about. V8 2 carb OHV supercharged. Oh wow. Move car to the test path. And then the Chieftain Bandit. Ooh! Okay, it is missing a body panel or two. But otherwise, we've got a proper muscle car here, ladies and gents. Now, this is going to be our actual proper muscle car. Now, okay, and look at that. We can transplant it with all sorts of different engines here, but we only can stick with V8s, unfortunately. V8 2 carb OHV. Ooh, we can take the 500 horsepower engines from that and put it here. V8 Hemi. Windsor. V8. Okay, I don't know what those different engines mean, but okay. Oh boy. Oh, it's busted up. It's so busted up. Radiator fan. V8 OHV. Oh, this is old. Everything in here old. Okay, this car can't start because it's missing a bunch of parts. So I can't test it even if I wanted to. But I need to get it like a front left fender though. I gotta get it a front fender. I'm gonna go to the shop real quick, see if there's anything we can buy. Oh, hang on. Yes, we finally can. Oh my god, the electronic multimeter is gonna be very useful. Tire tread. Not yet. Maybe not yet. Successful repair. You can repair body parts. That is very much needed if you're gonna work on our project cars. This is also very good. Examine all the parts. Wow. Part examination. Fuel pressure. Nimble hands. Paint shop. Okay, so paint shop is something we can have later on. Trips to junkyards and barns. Faster walking. Average value of a car. Yeah, I need the discount though, but for now, I think we're gonna need this. Woo! We're moving up in the world. Would you look at that? Oh, wow. Oh. Oh my, we actually have... Oh, wow. Okay, we have a lot of room here. What is in the warehouse? Oh, but what is this though? What's in here? Warehouse 1, warehouse 2. What is this for? Do I like put my stuff in here? Well, yes, please. Then I would gladly put my stuff there. What's the most valuable thing I have? $884 for that gearbox. The exhaust manifold, a gearbox. $900 for that rear wheel drive gearbox. Okay, so I can't do anything with that. Don't know what that does. Okay, we have a bunch of new stuff here though. Oh. What's this? Oh, we have a new computer. We have a Mac. Is it a Mac? Oh damn. No, it's an Acer Predator. We got a gaming laptop in here. Okay. Good old HP printer. This is nice though. Look at that. The detail in this game is astonishingly impressive. It's crazy, but crazy good, you know? Two computers, what for? Why not? The game says why not? Because you can. Engine crane, eh? Unmount camshaft V8 OHV from the car. Camshaft? Unmount the camshaft. Yeah, probably I have to. Okay. Okay, so unfortunately I can't do that just yet. What's this do? We have a water cooler. And we have so much space. Oh my god, so much space. Oh, hang on, we can customize the garage. We still can't go to auctions. We can go to the junkyard though. Hang on, I can customize how... Okay. Floor A. Oh. Hang on. Ooh. Black floor. White tiles, not a great idea. That just looks like a diner. Same. That's just tarmac. Is that carpet? That's carpet. Ooh. Wood. I like wood. I like this wood. I like this wood. It's nice and it's not. I like this one too. It's kind of just like a typical wood. Your wood finish. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go for the typical wood. Oh, what is floor B? Is it those drain gates? Oh yeah, it is the grate, the sewer grate. Right, the drain gates. The drain gates can be that. Wall A. I would prefer the walls to be regular old brick walls, I'd say. Like, yeah, I'd say good old brick wall does it just fine. What about wall B? Oh, is that just like stainless steel metal? That's just corrugated metal. That sucks. Ooh, that is a nice wood finish. That's more brick. Ooh, wood. I like wood in case you haven't noticed. Just to make it look like we're working in like a nice little... Okay. Can't see what's changing though. Oh, is that wall? More wood. Wall D. Alright, wall D. Can't really see. Wall D is the pillars. Can I just put it as wood too? Gate A. Welcome everyone. Welcome. I can't.
Hello there.
Yahoo! Welcome. Luke, guess what? I have an soundboard. Welcome in, everyone.
Hello there.
Welcome in.
Hello
Welcome
there.
in. Hello
Hello
there.
there.
Hello
Hello
there.
there.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello to you
Hello there.
and you
Hello there.
and
Hello
you
there.
and everyone
Hello there.
else. Hello. Yahoo! Look at us. We're playing video game on PC, and it's not just any old game. It's pretty good game. I like game. A gold. Why not? Yikes. Look, I need the soundboard right. It's just my keypad.
Hello there.
It's just my soundboard. This is gonna be one of my favorites. Yeah, we're not gonna be using that anytime soon. But still, Crimson, welcome in. Johnny, welcome in. Oh boy, so happy to see you here. Right on time, Luke. Right on time. The last stream before I go back to uni and come back next year. Oh, this is the kind of energy I needed. Oh my god. My stream is amazing. And I am loving this game. Well, in case you can't tell, we're car mechanic. We're playing as mechanic of car. It good. It very good. Very fun. I like it. The hell is gate 4? The hell, man? Cabinets. Oh, I can change the cabinet. Oh, but I can't see the cabinet though. What's the point then? Oh, cabinet. Wood. Can I have wood? Wood, you allow me to have wood. Blue. Oh my god. Last stream for going to college, exactly. It's good. It's good. It good. You know what I mean? But look, we're playing at 60 FPS. This is my first ever stream with the laptop. I'm quite pleased with how it's turning out. My office, where the hell is my office? I can't see nothing changing. I'm just gonna put it as option 3 because column A. No idea what that is. Oh, okay. It's the column. It's the column. Ooh, I can put it black, white, wood. Can I have wood? Can I have wood color, please? Or black. Black is fine. I've seen you streaming. Yeah, no worries. 60 FPS. I need water. We all need water. Oh. Get yourself some good glugs, everyone, while you're at it. Everyone needs a good glug. A good hydrate. A good hydration. Crimson, welcome in. Guys, please. How have y'all been? Catch me up. What have I missed? How have things been like? Hope everyone is doing fantastico. I generally hope everyone has been doing great. How are y'all doing? Car lifter A, car lifter C. I'm guessing stains. Oh, I can put stains on the floor. I can choose what stain I want. Why would I want that? Can I just have a clean floor? Is that so much to ask? There we go. Can I just have a clean floor? There we go. How are y'all doing? Catch me up. Oh. option 7, option 8. Okay, option 8 is the cleanest one. Right, yeah, I want it to be clean. I want it to be clean. Garbage? There's garbage in my game? No garbage. No, no. Wood. Okay, that just sucks, but it's shiny though. I don't like a shiny floor. But then again, wood. Wood is good. That's some good wood. Oh, look at my garage. It's so pretty. 60 FPS. Oh, it's so smooth. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. I love it. 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 Can't change the inside of this, however. You, car, can come back because we're gonna work on you. You. Oh, 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 we got so much stuff. Oh, we got stuff. Oh, and this is our project car. It's a Pontiac Firebird, but it's not. It's a bootleg Pontiac Firebird. Oh my god. Oh, that is shiny. Oh, that is really shiny. Oh, we've got a Cal. Oh, look at that. Look at the detail on this game. My god. Jesus. Why is there a puddle of water here? Who took a wee? Is my roof leaking? Goodness me. Whoa, wow. I love it. I love this. I love this. This is fantastic. I love it. I love it. I have a feeling my dino's gonna be there. Alright, you can go up. I'm gonna see what's wrong with you. I have a... No big deal. Let's have an old Windows laptop there. Body tuning shop. Bandit. Bandit front left fender C. Righto. So I'm gonna need one of this, and I'm gonna need one of that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop it, we're gonna plunk it on our bad boy here. Before that, we're gonna take this one off, because that sucks. And we're gonna put it on. Ooh, yes. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we haven't paint. We need to paint it on still. So that is. Yeah, we still have to paint it on. Oh, the hood. The hood is fine. Front door, left window is fine. Look at that. Okay, look, that is more than enough rare seats and leg room. Like, wow, that is a lot. That is really good. Oh, this is my new car. Look at it. It's cool. I like it. It's simple. And you bet we're gonna pimp this up. We're gonna pimp it up. We're gonna pimp it. Pimp it. No bodies in the trunk. Good to know. Just good stuff. I wanna get a rare bumper. I wanna get a new... You know what? I just wanna go get all the parts for this boy. I'm gonna transform it right away. Body wise, we're gonna transform it. Yeah, get that. Bandit hood, get that. Headlight, get that. Side mirror, get that. Tail light, get that. Get that. Get that. Get that. All right, boom, we got all of it. We're gonna do a makeover for my boy. Take it off. Take it off. We're gonna take that headlamp off. Take that off. I mean, that already looks good. I mean, come on. I'm apprehensive about the side mirrors. Not sure if I want to take those off. Those kind of look fine as they are. But hey, no problem there. Don't have a bumper, unfortunately. A back bumper. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, it's a black one. Ooh, that looks mean. Is it chrome tip? It's chrome tip. Okay, that looks sick. That looks very sick. Very much. Ooh, we got a black tip bumper, baby. Even those lights look fantastic. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Black grill, blacked out hood. Oh yeah. We live in. We live in. Left side mirror. Shiny. Yes. Very shiny. Very good. Very good. I like. I like. I like. I like. I like. I like very much. I like. Very good. Ooh. I'm happy. Oh, we have. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Okay. Well, baby, we're gonna work on you soon. I'm just gonna keep you here because I'm just so happy right now. Gotta go. Some of your friends want to meet up virtually to discuss plans. Oh boy. Welcome back. It's more of goodbye, Luke, honestly. Oh boy. Because this I'm gonna end like in an hour or so. But yeah, I'm just good, happy to be here. I'm glad. But thank you so much for the raid, love. I really appreciate it. I'm so used to seeing my monitor. I'm looking directly at the camera. It's weird. Bear with me. Hope you enjoyed the 65th stream. And look at that, we got muscle car. We got good grain play. It's all good. It's all very good. Good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Take care, Luke. Take care. And thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. You take care and watch yourself, alright? You know where to find me. Aha! I spy with my little eye and radiator that is completely busted. Engine looks fine. Suspension does not. Wheel does not. Wheel is not fine. That is not a good wheel. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that radiator is bust. That suspension, the shock absorber is bust. The spoiler somehow the spoiler is not completely busted. I don't know how that is, but okay. Cylinder is fine. The caliper, the pads are fine. Ventilated brake disc, the hub bearing, that's fine. The wheel hub looks busted. Yep, that is busted. Very much busted. Axle knuckle cover, busted. Shock absorber, looks busted to me. No argument there. Yeah, the lower suspension arm also busted. Yes, bushings are fine. It's just the suspension arm. Outer tie rod also busted. Yep. Inner tie rod also busted. Steering knuckle. All right. Lovely. That's figured out. Ooh, what do we have here? Exhaust. Exhaust pipe. Busted. Rear muffler. Busted. Rear suspension arm. Busted. We're making a hell of a lot of progress, and I'm just happy. We need new calipers. The pads look fine. Yeah, the pads are fine. Brake disc. Take out the hubcap. Hubcap is fine. Hub bearing. Wheel hub. That's shiny. It's the suspension that's completely bust. Yeah, the hub's fine. Shock absorber's gone. Oh, look, you don't. Oh, man. It's 1 year, really? Sheesh, I honestly can't. 1 year, look. Wow, honestly, I can't even. Again, look, you don't have to. I'll whack you for that, honestly, but still. 1 year, wow. December, it's December. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's been a year. On and off here and there, but still, technically. Oh, I really appreciate it, look. Lots of love to you. Yeah, no worries. Go catch up with your friends. Ah. Yeah, the suspension arm's bust. Luke, you dearie. I can't control OBS, but let me try to do something here real quick. I forgot. I don't know how to do it. Whoops. Jesus. Okay, somehow all of the bushings are fine, and in some other scenarios the bushings are bust, but the suspension components are fine. I don't know what this guy did to mess his car up so badly, but his daddy ain't going to like it. That's all I'm saying. Mm-mm. And there we go. There you have it. Okay, okay, that should be it. Theoretically, I'm gonna lower it and fix the radiator real quick because the radiator is clearly, as you can see, gone bust. We need to get ourselves a radiator A. The intercooler looks fine. Oh, we got a bushing. We got a couple bushings. Okay. Okay, we got a couple busted bushings. That should be everything. That is everything. Look at that. Okay, we figured everything out. Lovely. Lovely. Rim Classic 06. We gotta get ourselves a Rim Classic 06. Alright, there's a computer that's near over here. Get ourselves a couple of Rim Classic 06s. Classic. Rim Classic 06. I forgot to check the size. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, right. We gotta do it by. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are the wheels? Where are the wheels? Is the wheel? That's the wheel? 225 225 40 R18 225 40 R18 that does not help. I don't know. Do I have to dismantle it first? Yeah, I probably do, don't I? Oh, you look so good. Retro rim. You look so good. I'm gonna give this car a full makeover. I'm in love with this car. This is like the poster car for the game too. Like I think I scored the jackpot here and I got it for like a decent enough price. Right, let's see what we're dealing with here. A Rim Classic 06. Where is it? It's an 18 inch. It's an 18 inch. Okay, we need an 18 inch Rim Classic 06. 18 inch. See what I mean by you always have to check. Always check. Fix the wheels first. Rim Classic 06 and that. Good stuff so far. I think we can call in another one. Brake system, sure, why not? We haven't done brake systems in a while. Let's just do it. And I can do two things at the same time now. Look at that. Ain't that great? They don't pay as much, but that's fine. Oh. Rim Classic. Rims DLC. Where did I get this from? It's a 25-inch rim. Where did I get it from? Oh, if it says R18. Oh, that means radius 18. Stupid me. Okay. Now this front shock absorber, I have a feeling I have to, yep, gotta remove that. Front shock absorber A and front shock absorber cap. Not the spring, not the spring. Okay, what is wrong with you, buddy boy? Do you start at least? Does the car start? Okay, it does start. It does start. Barely. Yeah, front brakes are bust. Rear brakes are even buster. I think there's probably going to be just one thing on each side of the brakes to fix. And it should be it. Yeah, suspension is fine, as far as I can tell. There we go. Brake caliper, brake drum, and brake pad. Those are all gone. You can move on to the lifter. The button is on this side. I forgot about that. Oh, still a couple more brake parts. Could it be the brake pump? I mean, could be the wheels too. Yeah, the wheel looks pretty bust up. Yeah, I see a smidge of red there. And there too. But let's work on this first. One thing at a time, shall we? One thing at a time. I popped off the radiator, didn't I? And I didn't... Right, radiator. Let's put the radiator on first. Brake caliper. Radiator A. Radiator A. Wrong way. I keep going there because I'm used to it. Not this one. We gotta go to rad. Radiator A. Bada boom. Bada bing. Put a new radiator A in there. And the fan. Oh. Wrong one. Don't want to put the good stuff in the customer's car. Okay, that should be that. That should be the end of that. Okay, we got one part working. Right. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, that's a lot of stuff that I need to buy. Okay. Oh boy. Create new engine. Oh, I can create engine now. Can I just create a V8? Oh, I can. Factory engine power. Okay, hold up. 300 horsepower. Mag 6P Windsor, all that. Sure, why not? Let's create an engine. mag and a 6p. 390 brake spurs. Why not? Let's create one of those. Oh, to actually work on it, I would have to... Huh. Well, what luck. Is it... Does it depend on the stuff that I have here or what? I don't know. I'm confused. I still don't know how that works, and I probably shouldn't mess with this yet. Not yet. Now, what's this? Now, why is it empty? Why can't I, like, drag and drop it here? Oh, I can. Okay. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to move it all over there because, Jesus Christ, I almost got busted all of these. Exhaust manifold, ignition coil, front exhaust manifold, ba, 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 ba. And even these things too, the gearbox, yeah, the bandit parts. All right, there we go. Okay, so these are parts in my warehouse. All right, good to know. So they shouldn't take space in my inventory. All right, that is actually very useful. I do have a case here. Not the kind of case you're familiar with. We've got an air filter cover. Another barn location map. Thank you. Not that I need it, but okay. Warehouse. I should put those new parts in. Where are those? Speaking of new parts, there we go. Did I balance the wheel? Oh, I have not. Right. I do think this last BMW is going to be our... we're going to do the BMW and we're going to do this brake one. This car's brakes. And then we're going to call it a night. Oh, come on. The garage is really coming together though. Can't start, engine control, engine power, running gear, gearbox. So basically gear and a bit of suspension. Oh my god, it's a Plymouth Daytona. Oh my god, yes. Oh my loud. Oh my, I want one of these. Oh, it's glorious. It doesn't have a front end though. I think they took it off. Oh, I can only put a V8 in it. I can't do a different kind of engine swap. Damn it. Oh my god. Oh, I want this car. Tempest Magnum Flat Face Proto. I want it. V8 OHV6P. Knocking sound from suspension, brake, car hard to control. Oh Oh my god, this car is fantastic. Oh wow. Yeah, it doesn't have headlamps. Oh, radial TIA Firewheel. Way to go to copyright that. No body. All right, cool. Will it drive? Does it drive? Okay, it works. It actually drives. I know we're getting sidetracked, but it's a Plymouth. It's. Come on. It's the. I forgot the name. Plymouth Roadrunner. Oh my god. It's the Daytona. Plymouth Daytona. Or is it the Dodge Charger Daytona? I honestly don't know. I forgot. Doesn't matter. Dodge Charger Daytona, but it's also the Plymouth Roadrunner. Hold up. Why the car looks modern though? Ayo, why this car look modern on the inside? This is not how the Plymouth. I don't remember the Plymouth looking like this. No. This ain't how it looks like. Or does it? I have seen it in Gran Turismo, but this isn't how I remember it to be. Especially not with that steering wheel. The seats are pretty much accurate, but everything else isn't quite. But still, damn. The fact that I get to work on this car is already a big enough deal, and I am already very excited. Alright, the brakes are bust, the suspension is bust. Oh man, I would love to work on absolutely everything in this car. Like just straight up everything, but I don't think that'll be a good idea. Oh wow, look at that. I have two muscle cars. There's space for another one in here, but oh well. Guess we're gonna ignore that. I guess later on we're gonna expand another door here, so there's gonna be another car that we can put here. Right now we can't, of course. I mean, the textures on this are impressive on this game. And right now I'm not running at max settings, by the way. We really should get finishing this car. I mean, come on. Come on. Couple of calipers, couple of discs. Thank you again, game, for the appropriate music. Really helps me concentrate. I forgot what I was doing. What was I doing again? Brake. Right. A disc, a couple calipers. A disc and a couple calipers. A disc, couple calipers, rods. A disc, two calipers, rods. A disc, couple calipers, rods. A disc, couple calipers, rods. A disc, couple caliper, rod. A disc, couple caliper, rod. A disc, couple caliper, rod. Yeah, yeah. Couple calipers, rod. That's all I remember. That's all I remember. Oh my god. Brake disc ventilated too. Why the hell are there so many parts? Jesus Christ. Spring cap. Yeah, we need a spring cap too. Spring cap, front axle knuckle cover. 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 Spring cap, cap, spring cap, spring cap, front axle. Cuckle. Yeah, that's what I wanted to find. Front axle knuckle cover. Okay, we're going from bottoms up. All right. Okay, we got that. Front steering knuckle. Do we have front steering knuckle A? No, we don't have front steering knuckle A. Front shock absorber cap. Front steering knuckle A. Front shock absorber cap. Front steering knuckle A. Oh, shite. Was it front steering knuckle A? Front steering knuckle A. Alright. Front shock absorber cap. Front steering knuckle A. Front steering knuckle A. Front shock absorber cap. Front axle knuckle cover. We got that. Okay, we got everything here. Now it's from here on up. Outer tie rod. Outer tie rod. Okay. We got outer tie rod. We got the inner tie rod. Front axle knuckle, we got that. Front wheel hub. Wheel hub, muffler, shock absorber A. Wheel hub, muffler, shock absorber A. Wheel hub, muffler, shock absorber A. Wheel hub, shock absorber, muffler. Wheel hub. I forgot. Front wheel hub, muffler, shock absorber A. No, not the muggler. Rear muffler, shock absorber A. Rear shock absorber A. I hope I'm getting the right one. Rear shock absorber A, okay. Rear shock absorber A. Rear muffler, front inner tie rod. Alright. And then rear suspension. Oh boy, that's a lot. Rear suspension, arm A, upper arm. Arm A, and upper arm. Arm A, upper arm. Yeah. Arm A. Suspension. Arm A, upper arm. Arm A, upper arm. Arm A, upper arm. Right? What else? Arm A, upper arm. Disc, we got that. Rear shock absorber cap. Rear shock absorber cap. Rear shock absorber cap. Rear shock absorber cap, front shock absorber A. 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 Front. What? I forgot. Front shock absorber A. This is what you gotta do. The easy thing to do would be to just take a picture of it and just refer to it, but where's the fun in that? I mean, come on. Where's the fun in that? Exhaust pipe. Yes, we need exhaust pipe. Lower suspension arm, exhaust pipe. Lower suspension arm. Lower arm. Nope. Lower arm. Absorber A. And then there's like a bunch of knuckles. It's like 5 more. 1, 2. Front shock absorber A. Front. Shite. Front steering knuckle A. Steering knuckle A. Drive axle H. 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 Dribble axle. Yes, what I wanted. Drive axle H. Drive axle H. Where is it? A couple more. Rear axle. Axle knuckle housing A. Suspension arm B. Axle knuckle housing A, suspension arm B. Axle. Rear axle knuckle housing A, suspension arm B. I hope this is right. Rear suspension arm B, axle knuckle housing B. Okay, good, great, wonderful. Oh, finally, start putting stuff in where they belong. And then I realized I already had some parts in, but damn it. Spring. Is this spring? No. Can I use the spring to spring the spring? Can I spring the spring? Have the springs been sprang? The springs been sprung? Why do I have a fully functioning front spring though? Oh, I didn't have to buy a brand new one. Oh, okay. But I did anyway. It's called customer service. Look it up. You think good customer service could get you all these bushies? Hell no, baby. Hell no. Have I gotten all the bushies? I hope so. I sure hope so. Sure hope so. Inner tie rod, pop a new one. Outer tie rod, pop a new one. Screw that in place. Swafela. One on the top, one on the bottom. Brake disc. Woo! Brake pads. Those are fine. Calipers. That. Screwed in place. Wheel hub. Drive axle. Screw it in. Right, look at that. Look at that. New rims, new wheels. Fantastic. Alright, now for the rear. Rear muffler, you go in. Exhaust pipe, you go in. Knuckle housing A. Nope, calm down. Jesus Christ. Knuckle housing, get in there. Suspension arm, you go in there. Screw. Rubber bushing. Uh-oh, looks like someone needs some rubber bushings. Looks like I'm short on a bushing. I am in need of an bushing. Suspension arm, yep. I need one regular sized rubber bushing. Yeah, no, I need 3 more bushings. You know, I need just a regular rubber bushing. 2 regular rubber bushings. Two regular rubber bushings, alright. Two regular rubber bushings. I see what I've done here. I've bought duplicates is what I've done. Two of those. $28 for a couple of rubber parts. Yikes. That's a scam. One bushing goes there. One bushing goes there. One screw in here. One screw in there. Finally, the knuckle housing. Put in the rear wheel hub. And it should be it. That should be it. Wheel hub bearing. There's no drive axle here, so no worries there. Wheel hubcap, brake pads, brake caliper, pop, 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 boom. Shiny brake, very nice. Screw it all in. And that's it. Hopefully. Yeah, no. No. What am I missing? No. Where? What's the problem? Where? Where? What? No. No. No? No, no. What rubber bushing? I have the rubber bushing. No. Okay, fine. I guess we're getting how many rubber bushing? Oh, come on. Is it you? Is it you? Oh, hang on. One of the Rim Classic 06 is not okay. 3 rubber bushings. Oh, I took it off. 3 rubber bushings. Okay. They gotta be brand new. Okay, so they can't just reuse them. Alright. Sheesh. And put a new one instantly. Okay, that should do that, right? Old one goes out, new one go in. Unless there's anything else more. Rubber bushing, okay. 88, 88. I'm just gonna get a bunch of new bushings, man. I can't even. Just to be safe. I don't want to take it all apart again. Push arm, 100%, 100%. Yeah, the 88% bushings are no good apparently. Okay, I did that. Is that it? Oh, one more bushing. I bet that's in the rare. We gotta buy one more bushing. I wish there would be some keyboard shortcuts to make it easier instead of just clicking everything. The bushing, that bushing is fine. What other bushing do we have? What about bushing? Ooh, there we go. How did I miss that one? Screwing it all in place. Lovely. My god, okay, that should be it. Yes, we're done. Bye. And we have a case. Finally, I can put the dodge. It runs, it runs, it ran, didn't it? You go on the lifter. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of levels before we can get the paint shop. A paint shop and a dyno, look at that. A paint shop, another lift, so we can work on 3 cars at the same time. A dyno, I think that'll help us measure power, and a paint shop, so that really will get us to custom. And once we get this, repair body parts. That means we can just start repairing pretty much anything, and we can just build our own stuff. That'll be great. Good to be lucky, educated. Oh, these are just all pretty good perks. I think the one I might get next is, definitely this one. 10% discount in shops, so I could just generally earn more from, well, just doing good old honest work. Boat Chapman. So this is another story type order, I guess. I had a small accident on the expressway. An 18-wheeler put me off the road. I know that the car does not look so great anymore, but I can't afford anything else right now. I just needed to run. My guy, you said small accident, but an 18-wheeler. Those two do not go in the same sentence. Yeah, if an 18-wheeler pushed you off, it's a big accident. You know what? I'll just bring him in. Let's see. Let's see the damage. Yeah, you see that? You see that? That's a big damage. My guy, yeah, you see what I mean? Jesus Christ, that is some big damage. Yikes. My goodness. This dude. Wheel is busted. So is that wheel. Repair or recycle, replace body parts. Alright, there's a list of that. And all of this is, well, does the car run? Yes, it does. We gotta do the brakes and then we're done. I promise. I promise we're gonna do the brakes and we're done. We're just gonna do the brakes and then we're done. Right, I had to check. I had to check if the screen is showing the right thing, or else you'd be seeing nothing. Ooh, the front brakes, front suspension, and the rear suspension is gone. Okay. Alright, buddy boy. Brakes. You got a problem? Well, I do see something glowing red there, so... Yep. That caliper's bust. The brake pad is surprisingly still fine, though. Those are all fine. My guy, you sure you don't want to replace your brakes? Because they are busted. Okay, this one, the pads are busted. Change brake pad. What about the ventilated brake disc? Yeah, the brake disc is fine. Those are fine. Rim Atlanta. Oh yeah, the drum brake. Oh, it's the inside of the brake drum, isn't it? I could just take it out. Brake shoe. The drum wheel cylinder. Alright. We need a drum wheel cylinder. That thing is gone bye-bye. Can't see there's anything wrong with this one. So I'm guessing the last one has got to be this wheel. Brake shoes fine. Drum wheel cylinders fine. What about brake fluid? Is that not a thing? Is that ain't a thing? Brake fluid? Brake fluid is very much a thing, isn't it? Suspension doesn't matter, but I mean, for this car at least, it very much does matter. Oh, there we go. Drum wheel cylinder. Brake, 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 brake. 2 drum pads calendar. Calendar? 2 drum pads caliper. Shoe drum pads caliper. Brake shoe. Brake drum. Brake no. Brake pads. Brake caliper. And something else which I forgot. Drum wheel cylinder. No, that's not it. Oh, brake caliper. Silly me. Okay, not too difficult to fix that. Pop on that ventilator brake disc back on there. It's hard to understand when people say, well, I just want the car running. I don't want it to... Doesn't matter to me if it doesn't work or not, you know? As long as it goes. If it goes, it's fine. Alright, vintage tire. I mean, the long-term goal is to, of course, build the project car, which is going to be a fun endeavor, nevertheless, no doubt. The short-term goal is to just do as many of these small repairs, I'd say, just to get a quick cash, brake, suspension, stuff like that. As far as I can tell, there's no other real way to make an extra buck, so nothing much you can do really. So quick repairs are the way to go here. Efficiency is key, speed is key, and when it counts, it counts. There we go. 277 bucks. That is not much. Oh, can I bring my bolt cape in here? Oh my god, I can. Oh, look at that. My cars side by side. So this is my other car. It looks fantastic as well. I know. Look at it. But I'm gonna work on this one first because this one's cool. You can go back. I'm gonna keep this car right here. It looks fabulous. I wanna quickly look for parts for that car if there might be any before we end the game. Body. Bandit. Nope. Shift and bandit. Front left door. Bandit rear bumper. Okay, so we do have a bunch of parts. Tail light. Front left door. One of that. Front right door. One of that. Bandit trunk. Bandit rear bumper. Alright, and that's it, I guess. So everything else I have on this car should be brand new. Except the body. It's the only thing we don't have. except the body. Yeah, we can't take off the body, unfortunately. Oh, new trunk. I mean, it's 91%. It's not that bad condition. I mean, the window ain't so bad either. But I'm probably gonna make sure everything in the car is 100%. Just so you know it's brand new. Like, look, I can't stand that. Like, that is just a big no-no for me. But it's coming along. It's matte black. I mean, from the front, from this angle at least, looks fantastic from an angle. But yeah, from the top, don't think you can really work on that. So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We got new doors. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, we're gonna give the interior a makeover too. Probably make it beige and stuff. Oh yeah, we're definitely making it beige. And you know how hard it is to get curved rear windows these days? These things are worth a fortune. And on that note, I guess we're gonna have to call it a night, you guys. I do not have a skill point anyway. Just a few things. What's wrong with you again? Suspension, shock absorber cap, brake. Okay, you're gonna go up. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is disgusting. Dude. Oh no, the engine is orange by nature. Okay, okay. I thought it was completely rusted. Not my concern. Anyway, that is it, everyone. We got two project cars. Well, the other one is at least in the parking. We got a shiny garage door, very shiny. I love it. We got wood floors. We got a Pontiac Trans Am. We're working on a Dodge Daytona. That is fantastic. We got another Buick, a Buick GNX style car. Things are going good. We're rich. We got a bunch of perks going on. Yeah, the garage is bigger. We're moving up in the world. We're learning a more thing or two. However, this is gonna be the last stream, and boy, it's a shame to say goodbye. It really sucks, but man, I guess I had fun while it lasted. I'm just glad to have been here, and I'm glad to have even been able to stream for as long as I did. And I'm glad. I hope you all really enjoyed this because I genuinely did. I never thought I'd find fun in a game like this, but here we are, Car Mechanics Simulator. Plenty of fun. Um, and it's genuinely something that I want to learn and perhaps even start in real life as well. With that, I guess there's only one thing I have to say. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the love and support. And I will see y'all. I'll see you when I see you. Honestly, I can't tell when I'm gonna come back. Um, next year likely. So this is if there's any time other time I'm gonna say this year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care. Be with your loved ones. Be with your families. Join our Discord if you haven't already. I'm there sometimes. I'm trying my best to be a lot more engaging, but with work and all, it is very very hard. It is harder than I thought, and I generally admire and applaud a lot of my friends who do have an active Discord presence and generally engage with their community. But yeah, stay hydrated, stay safe, and I love you all. Thank you for everything. Really, it's been a year. It's been a whole year we've been doing this. It's been one wild ride, and there's still so much more to do. And yeah, we're taking milestones all the time. This itself has been a milestone. 3 days of streaming with the laptop. Laptop's been doing just perfectly fine. Game's been running perfectly fine, and I love it. 60 FPS, mwah, good stuff. Fantastic. That being said, good night, everyone. Thank you. and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.